below, liars and beggars, skin to the bone, bring to life what once was only a dream.
We've all read the story. The brave hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life, stories don't always have happy endings. Frog G, the story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's going on? We're live. We're not in the pit.
Yeah, for once.
For once, we're not hiding in the depths of our whisper network.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's we're doing an impromptu thing. I'm gonna work on a Frog G supplemental page. You told me you're working on one as well.
Yeah, I'm roughing one out right now. So.
Nice. We got a couple people that popped in. We got Ace. What's up, Edwin? Good to see you. Ace the Third is coming soon to everybody. Keep that eyes peeled. And we got Jolly Green in the chat. What's going on? Like and subscribe. I gotta do the things. Got Absolute one stormy night. I'm gonna order some Gemini mailers over the weekend and go to the LCSs, see if they have any bags and boards, get things rolling to start fulfillment. Because I gotta send it to the printers. I gotta clean up those couple pages, but so back it, everybody. You know, whatever. But this is why we're here. Bro, G.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't ignore your DMS. You DMS'd me, Edwin? Apparently, Edwin DMS'd me.
Oh, I thought he said he had PMS.
He might. I don't know. I thought it was he.
Yeah, I didn't know men could get that. That's what it was. I was getting confused.
No. Yeah, I don't see anything, Ace. If you DM me, I don't see it. Maybe he's just joshing me. I don't know. But anyway, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Frog G Ink Spots, you're working on the supplement down here. We're gonna scroll it now. So this is the supplemental. You're drawing it, and I'm inking it.
Yeah.
Your wife thinks that's hilarious. She thinks it's funny that we're doing this.
Oh, her sister. I have relatives.
Her sister thinks it's hilarious that we're doing this.
Yeah, they're watching something on TV. Something.
What are they watching?
I don't know. Some political thing, I think, actually.
That makes, then I can understand why they're laughing.
Yeah.
We gotta feed the ducks. Billy loves it. He's not here anyway.
Feed them ducks. Drawing this guy's fat, chubby, one phalange fingers.
Oh, Ace, I didn't get that. I got my blood bones, but I didn't get my sketch covers yet. I know I picked up some sketch covers. Um, if you don't see any of my backings for a sketch cover, let me know. I will pay you again, dude. I don't know if maybe something happened and it didn't go through, but I will or buy some more. I want some sketch covers, man. But I did get them. Thank you. They're gorgeous. Appreciate it. Well packaged, preserved. Everything's gorgeous. Oh yeah, everybody. Frog G back it. Link is pinned to the top of the chat, and in the description below. We're gonna draw. We're gonna be boring and draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do. All right. Let me flip the script. I know there's a few people streaming. I know a couple people streaming against this.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Ace. Yeah, a couple people stream. Here, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
So you decided to go live instead of doing a video for it?
Well, I wouldn't do a video for this, just because it would take too long.
Yeah, but you would just do like the speed up ones.
No, but I mean, it would take too long to draw, record it, and it would to compress it. It just it butchers it. So that's, dude. My drawing, like my blind guy draw ones. Very rarely will they be over like an hour for me to draw the item. Very rarely. The only time it is when it's from Topicless or JBot's art department, because I'm drawing the entire time, so it's like an hour and a half. Gotcha. But yeah, but otherwise, if it's a sketch cover, dude, 30, 45 minutes. Like I do sketches. I don't really do. I did a couple full length ones. I guess you can call them full length ones. They're the water. I did some watercolors before on them. It just takes too long, dude. What is it?
I got you. Yeah,
it takes too long. So I like the video, the intro. All of that is from my blank eye draw stuff. So even the watercolor stuff is from it. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah.
That's that band is El Creepo.
Oh, the band that played at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
You wouldn't mind them. There's a lot of their stuff is slower, but they have some stuff that's a little rock and rolly like that. So nothing heavy. They don't. Yeah, El Creepo is nothing heavy. So you would actually you wouldn't mind them.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you have an eye appointment.
Yeah. So 24th, I get my first cataract out, and then the 8th, I get my second cataract out. Should be fully healed by the end of May.
The 24th of April.
Of April, yeah. 24th of April.
Not this month.
And then I get the 8th of May, and then it takes like 3 weeks for each eye to heal. So.
Yeah, so I think.
And then I can't get my glasses until they're fully healed, so I'll be kind of blind until then. So.
Right. I think we'll be done before then. We may not be able to. We could even work on Frog G too. Yeah, because you don't necessarily need to see per se as much as just like tell me what the layout is, and we could bounce back and forth.
Yeah. We could do that.
So, the page that I'm inking, tell us about it, Ink.
So Cernunnos has just been confronted by his siblings, the other gods. And basically they told him he needs to get back to work. He's been out there making monsters. He's the father of monsters. He's created all of them. And what happened is he's not supposed to be doing that. His job is to mediate between humans and basically like fae folk. He's supposed to keep the peace with all the creatures. And so he hasn't been doing that. So he was told to get back to work by both his siblings and his father, and to stop making what he considers his children. So this is him. He's getting back to work. He is basically making peace between the humans and the monsters that he's created. And this is his first successful,
peace
treaty. So
first successful accord.
Yeah.
Nice. And this is because before we were doing it where you were doing panels. This is a full-on page, right?
Yeah, so that one's just a full-on page that I did. So the rest of them. So probably what's going to happen is anybody that has ordered a panel is probably just going to get a full page of the roughs. So yeah.
Well, we still have the panels though. We could always sell those later.
Yeah. But I'm sure they would rather just get the whole page anyway.
Oh, they would rather get the whole page. I'm saying like later on, like because we have the panels that you did in the first few pages. We can always put those on the website.
That is true.
Whenever we get a website.
Yeah, see, the story actually changed from what I had written it to begin with. And the story changed because when we were making the campaign, I drew the first 6 pages, I think. And then
yeah, we had 6 done, I think.
So I drew all these gods in the background, but they weren't really drawn. They were just sketches, just like rough sketches. And Jason turned one of them into this really cool looking creature with wings. So basically Morningstar. And he looked so cool that I wanted him in the story more. So I actually rewrote the story to have him be the main bad guy in the Fall of Cernunos. So now he pays, because I like Jason's design of him so much, he became one of the main characters in the book. So
yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know what's funny? That happens a lot. Like that's how Samurai Priest came about. He was just a character in the background. Mm-hmm. And I just liked him so much that I put him in the story. So that happens quite a bit actually, where sometimes when you're working on something, you do background characters and you're just like, I like this guy's design. I don't want to waste it on just a background guy.
Yeah, and you put the blindfold on him, and I was like, oh, that's a cool idea.
Mainly because I couldn't make out what was going on.
Yeah, but it worked out.
I was like, I don't know what ink did here, so I inked over what I thought it was. I don't know if that was right, but I was like, I'll just put that on there.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like your pencil work. It's very cartoony and caricature-y. I like it.
That's from the children's book that I used to draw, and I can't quite shake the. I wish I could.
You know why? But I say embrace it, dude. Dude, I can't shake the whole scratchy, squiggly, everything's a mess crap, so I just embrace it.
So by the time that I get to pencil Metal Man Rock Boy, I should have like a style nailed down so that I don't need to have someone else ink it so that it'll be cohesive.
What are you talking about? This is fine. I don't see anything wrong with this at all. You're just very self-conscious.
Yeah, I hate the way I draw. So.
I dig it, dude. I like it.
It's like, but I think a lot of artists are like that. They're just trying to get to that next level. So.
Dude, okay. I was watching Wayshack on with David Finch, and Finch had another cat on with him too, who was kind of drawing in the background. It was weird. And they both, Wayshack was like, I wish I could draw like you guys do with it. That's so tight and just, it's amazing. Yeah. And Finch was like, dude, I wish I could do what you do and just go ham and have fun with it, and cut loose and just be messy. They both wish they could do what the other one was doing.
Yeah.
And these are masters of their craft.
I think all artists are like that. They just don't want to draw like they draw. They want to get to that other level.
I think what it is they want to draw like they draw, plus the other guy.
Yeah, combo it. Like right now, I've been looking at way too much Mobius and...
oh, dude.
I've been reading, and then I forget the other guy's name that worked on Before the Incal. And that book is really dirty. Like, it's filthy. It's too filthy for me even, but...
oh, wow.
It's, but the way he draws is... I just love that Mobius style. He draws just like Mobius. He's got that... I don't know what it is about that thin line that he uses, and that little tiny bit of hatching just does so much. But then on the other side of it, I've been looking at So you have that thin line style of Mobius, and then on the other side, I've been looking at tons of Mignola, where it's just dark,
that's
thick,
the polar
black,
opposite.
yeah. And so you got these two different, like completely ends of the spectrum, and I'm like kind of influenced by both of them and trying to fit that in with my cartoony crap. So
that's not easy, especially combining. Okay, the Mignola could fit in with it. That kind
darks,
of just that graphic shading can fit in with it. But Mobius, good luck, buddy.
Yeah. I love the way he draws stuff.
Dude, he's a beast, but it's minimalistic and not simple. Like
he says so much with a few lines. It's pretty amazing.
Easy. Shelby should be in here. We're talking about this stuff, but yeah, dude, it's insane what Mobius can do. So I don't know if you could pull that off with a cartoony style, because cartoony style you kind of need the differentiation between the line weight. So it's tough. And I've
been doing so. I've gone through 6 pads of comic boards. So I've just got piles and piles of me just trying to figure out where I want to go, because by the time
she'd love it.
Yeah, by the time I get to Metal Man Rock Boy, I want to have my style like nailed down. So
right. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff you were playing with before I liked.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got super, because if you look at some of the stuff I was doing during Cash Grab, I was so super inspired by David Finch, with the way that he renders and everything. But then, like, everybody started drawing like that. And then that makes you not want to draw like that. So then I've been trying to get away from that.
That's one good thing about my style is people don't want to draw that way. I think it's awesome. You just don't want to. They're like, it's too messy.
It's great.
Oh no, I like it. I like the fact that not too many. Like, I guess maybe Joe Ball. He does stuff like I do.
Yeah, he does some super hatchy stuff. Yeah. I don't want to get that. That's the thing too. Like, I like the hatching and the rendering that way. And then I like the like Joe Kubert, how he hatches, but he did the more old school style with the big feather strokes.
Yep.
And so, but he was a little different because he would use the pen and to get those almost deadline outlines, and then he'd go in with the brush and get his render strokes in with the brush. And so that was a little different. And then you got Mobius, where it's really everything is almost all deadline, but also he does just a tiny bit of hatching. So I got to figure out how I can I like the solid blacks, but I also like the hatching, and they really don't go together really well. So you gotta kind of figure that out.
Yeah, they don't. I guess maybe and that's where you probably would come into if you look at David Finch's Ascension, or even Stephen Platt, some of his stuff.
He was heavy back
then. Heavy black and cross hatching everywhere. So
man, he rendered every little bit.
Every dude, Ascension is so good, dude. So good. I think that might be the closest you could come to what you're talking about. But
I don't know. So it's like with me, I can draw, but I'm like transition between different style. Oh, am I still roboting?
You're good.
Okay. But with me, I'm just like transitioning between, that cartoony style and trying to keep it that way a little bit, but also make it a little more realistic. So
yeah, because that cartoony style is kind of like your fingerprint.
Yeah.
Like you could crosshash, shade, fill black, do all that stuff, but the shape of everything, you could tell, that's ink, that's your style.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't veer from that too much, because it's identifiable. Like I said, a lot of people, they're trying to draw like Finch, they're trying to draw like Silvestri, or they kind of steered away from Jim Lee, but still, They still
Yeah, I mean,
everybody.
for years it was all Jim Lee for a long time.
But then again, Finch is pretty much the new Jim Lee. I mean,
Yeah, he's like the new dude.
yeah. And Silvestri too. He's insane.
Oh, Silvestri is just. I think he's better than a lot of them guys, but he wasn't as heavy of an influence as
What's up,
they
Actual
were.
Dracula?
So.
Right.
But that's also because you got both Finch and Jim Lee out there actually did like some videos where they were trying to show people how to draw. And Silvestri hasn't done as much of that, so that's probably why he's not as big an influence on all the artists and stuff. So.
I don't want him to do any of that stuff.
I just want him to draw
gem,
comics.
dude. Yeah, stay in your zone, man. Put out that amazing artwork.
Yeah, and so I think that's why really like when Finch started doing that YouTube, I mean you started noticing everybody's styles kind of going that way. It's like, wow, he's really taking over like everything right now.
And I mean, you know what? That's not too bad. At least he's really good. You know, people are trying to ape at least a really talented artist rather than a hack. I was reorganizing a little bit, and I was going through some of the books real quick. I briefly looked at Caliber Press's Scarecrow. Remember when they did the Wizard of Oz comics?
No. Oh, sorry. I was reading the chat.
No. I just heard actual Dracula's comment.
Yeah. It's, I don't remember the Scarecrow comic. I remember the Wizard of Oz ones. I remember were like Scotty Young comics. So.
Oh. No, I wanted actual Dracula. But you know what? Wrightson, yes. I like I love Wrightson. He's an influence that isn't noticeable. Aping him, I think, is a good idea, or trying to like influence by his art and incorporate it into your own. Yeah. That's a good idea. Like looking at those classic artists and putting your spin on them, like it takes Simonson and stuff like that, and put your own little flair on it. I think that'll emphasize your look more than like copying a '90s guy.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's another thing though too. Like I like a wide diversity of styles. Like, so I love the cartoony stuff, but I also absolutely love like Kyle Hotz and Bernie Wrightson and Franklin Booth, the old school, like way, the guy that inspired Wrightson, his artwork way back, was freaking amazing. So I like the story behind him. So Franklin Booth, he would look at all these drawings in books, and he didn't know that those were made from engravings. And so how his style that really Bernie Wrightson has on the Frankenstein came from him he thought those were all drawn by hand and not engraved. And so he mimicked that, and that's how his whole style came about. And so, yeah, I like that. I like the whole story of how that even happened.
What's up, K-pop? Yeah, dude, did you see Holtz's Joker sketch cover?
Was it just recent?
Yeah, it was recent.
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's so good. I mean, it looks kind of more like a zombie, but I quit, man.
He was doing the Ghost Rider 2099 covers for a while there.
Oh, wow.
And they were just freaking rad. Like, wow.
You know what? I would love to get Wayshack, but if Holtz, dude, we could get a Kyle Holtz cover.
If we could get Holtz to do an alternate cover, that'd be awesome too. Yeah.
K-pop. What's up, K-pop? Everybody go subscribe to K-pop.
Hey, what up, K-pop? Yeah. So it's like you have all these different influences, and then it's weird too because like I practice so every day I practice a couple hours before I actually go to work. And I'll just grab a different, artist that I like, and then I'll go through and I'll, copy a couple of pages out of a comic that they've done, and so I'm constantly drawing like other artists, But then when you do go back to actually having to do storytelling and drawing, you just automatically kind of shift back to the way that you draw, no matter what you've been. You pick up a little bit, but I kind of just pick up back to my style. Like, this is how you draw. Like, I can't convey the story without drawing like I draw. So
right, yeah. Well, that's the thing. And like Billy, he would, whenever he said, you know, between coloring Bar and Plagal and all them, he kind of infused some of their stuff into his stuff, and it's still like you bounce back to what you were doing, but you still have those tidbits, little thing that you pick up. And Dracula doing that cross hatching and the Frankenstein thing, definitely really good to look at. So yeah, pick that up. Try to you know, incorporate those things into your skill set, and like you said, you might pop back into your own style, but because that's your muscle memory. But if you just force yourself to like work on it and incorporate like the hatching from Wrightson or the Magnolia shading, it'll become second nature.
Well, with me, it's like I think a lot of it comes from the way you draw your initial mannequin when you're drawing figures.
Mm-hmm.
And with me, it always starts out very cartoony because I didn't even really draw anatomy for years. I was just drawing like children's book characters. So
right.
So I have that initial mannequin that I use always is a little cartoony, and it stays in the work all the way to the end of it. So. Dude,
how you do a wireframe definitely indicates how your final product is gonna, like, at least the stylistically.
Yeah.
Because my wireframes are just chaotic.
Yeah.
Like, so and the end result of my artwork is chaos. So I think it just is the way you do. Like, if you look at even Jim Lee's wireframes, they look like a finished Jim Lee piece. Like, you could see it still there. You could take a Jim Lee wireframe and look at it and be like, that's Jim Lee. Like, you know instantly.
Yeah. What happened? Weird. Oh, my screen got all small out of nowhere for some reason. What is going on?
Yeah, usually you like them bigger.
Oh, bigger, make them bigger.
Back Froggy, everybody.
Back Froggy. Oh, well, Windows just updated, so you never know what everything's going to start doing. I hate it when Windows updates.
Dude, the updates are terrible. And Dracula brings up a good point, knowing when to hold back and when to put in. Even not just cross-hatching, but in general. It's like, you get that, like, that's the thing. Whenever I'm doing something, I don't know it's done half the time until I feel like it's done. Like, I just feel like it's done. I'm like, this, like, if I do more, I feel like I'll ruin it, but I definitely don't. But sometimes, like, yeah, I need to do more. It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a feeling than it is an actual, just, like, aesthetically, like, this piece is done.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, I can't remember, I think it was Da Vinci who said it? It was like, art is never finished, it's merely abandoned.
Yeah.
And that's very true. You never really finish anything because you just end it. You're like, I feel like this is done. Like, you could probably work on it more. But
yeah, I mean, I could work on, I could, and I feel like I overwork pages. Like, I'll redraw, like, I redrew that page like 3 or 4 times, and then even after I sent it to you, I redrew it one more time. So,
jeez. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
I'm like, don't work on that. I'm gonna redraw it one more time.
It's like working with Plagal. Redraw the whole freaking book page.
Yeah.
Scribble your scribbles. Scribble your scribbles. Whee! Some dots from the ink. Boom. Yeah, so
Plus, it doesn't help that right when I went to start drawing the supplemental, I got diagnosed with cataracts, so that doesn't help either.
No, that doesn't help at all. But
so, both books are drawn by partially blind dudes now. So
yep.
That's
back in today, for the first fully partially blind, fully blind, or I'm not fully blind, but legally blind comic in indie comics. Back for OG. Back at today.
Back Frog G. We have no idea what we're drawing. We can't see it.
We can't see anything we're doing. I remember Rob was on my stream one time, or was I on Bancroft's? I can't remember, but like he was doodling too, and he was doodling people. He doodled me, and I was like a quarter of like my inch away from my screen. Like he was like making fun of me because I had to be super close.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like right against my screen right now.
Yeah, that's dude. It was funny. I my Facebook feed, product, today, this, 3 years ago, but or maybe it was like 8 years ago. I can't remember. But it's just it's one of my time lapses that I did, a 30-minute sketch. But I did like the Frege method where I have my phone out and I have the time going, and I drew a drawing in 30 minutes, and then I posted it. But it was years ago, so the camera is actually far, like you can't see my face, beard at all, and it's like almost pointed right at the thing. It's because I was able to see still at that distance as to where I didn't need to be right up on it. So I'm like, that's a good video just because it's pointed right at the thing. I mean, it's not at an angle like most of my things are because my face needs to be there. My beard gets in the way, and it's like, oh man, just see again. Robot eyes. It'll happen.
Yeah, man. So I'm just glad that what I have, it can actually be fixed. So
yeah. Well, like mine, it can't be reversed. There might be advances in medications and sciences possibly coming very soon that'll prevent it from getting worse. So that's good. Now, the other thing is maybe in 10 years, let's say they find a pill. I take the pill and it prevents it from getting worse. Cool, awesome. In 10 years, who knows, AI could catch up as to where now they have a contact lens that blind people can put into their, can wear, as to where it can augment reality almost and actually tap into whatever they have left, or even like you could, I don't know, put something in your brain and it'll activate your senses to where you could see it, like an escape of the land or whatever. So who knows what could happen with science, technology in the far future.
yeah, that's true.
So like with people like me and Fanta, we're kind of betting on technology more than we are betting on medications and like laser surgeries and stuff like that. Like, I know Fanta would love to be able to. I know she's worse than I am.
Yeah, she loves art so much she can't see anything. It's horrible.
I feel so bad, dude. I feel so bad. I'm like, oh, Fanta, you're holding it upside down. You're so sweet.
Yeah, when she was showing my art, it was funny. She was showing the back of it instead of I'm like, oh no.
I'm like, poor Fanta. She's so excited and getting it, and it's upside down. It's backwards. It's she's awesome.
It was funny though.
Yeah, it's humorous. It's humorous, and I'm sure she laughs at it too. Like I laugh at my stupidity. Later on, I might get mad at it at first and be like, "Oh, Jason, you're an idiot," and then like later on, I end up laughing at it. Yeah, right now I'm just tracing your stuff, kind of. I'm not adding anything, so it almost looks the same. I suppose I could have just taken yours and just cross-hatched it.
Yeah, I made it a lot tighter than it needed to be.
Well, I am doing a little bit. I'm like thickening some lines and making sharp edges where you have curves just because it's my style.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know Shelby doesn't do this, but I have a tendency of going over the same line a couple times real quick. And it gives it that sketchy look. I know Shelby just puts a line down, but then again, he can do that.
Yeah, he's a great inker.
Those lips be juicy. Yeah, Shelby's a monster, dude.
Yeah, I wanted that. He's regal. He's like lazy, fat king that doesn't have to do nothing. So
I could give him a wart on his lip.
yeah, I gave him that Madonna right by his lip there, that little Madonna mole.
Yeah. Over here. Yeah. He's got the moles. Yeah, dude, I took the day off just because, just wanted to. I was like, oh, I could, wake up a little early, do some stuff, clean my room, blah blah. Then I woke up at 3. I was like, oh, I didn't mean to sleep that late. It's me all the time. I'm sleeping way later than I want to.
Yeah.
So how are you still able to drive to get your jobs? I mean,
Yeah, right now it's kind of like it's at the stage where things are just starting to get. So I could see everything's just very cloudy. So it's where everything has just really started to cloud up on me. So I can still see for now, but they got me in pretty fast because if they didn't get me in for surgery, I would probably go blind within the year. So within the year,
right. And that's what you were worried about too. You're like, oh no,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like 3 months before they get me in.
Yeah, and so I did my so that is also dependent upon Monday. I have a doctor's appointment. As long as he releases me for surgery, if he doesn't release me for surgery, then I'll have to reschedule for a different date. So
Well, that would be pretty stupid of him if he didn't.
yeah, it would suck.
I see what the reason would be.
Well, yeah, it would only be if he thought there was something, if he finds something with my heart or something
Oh,
on the EKG.
right.
That's really always clearing me for is to be under anesthetic. So
Yeah, I mean, usually, I mean, this isn't a jab at you. I do know people's weight comes into play, but it's not like you're 800 pounds. I mean, you're what, 622?
yeah, I'm not that high
I
above the weight, so I should be fine.
No, you should be fine. Yeah, I think it's like, and it was also people with heart conditions, certain heart conditions.
And I have a bad family history of that kind of stuff too. So
Yeah. Well, have you had surgery before?
no, I've never been under. Well, no, not yet, not really. Just I've had broken ankles and stuff like that, but I've never had a surgery before. So
Well, they don't put you under or they just set it or whatever. What do they do? I've never broken a bone.
so I've had a cast. Then they did the last couple times it was a walking cast.
Oh, okay.
Since it was my ankle, it didn't have to be set, and they put like that giant. You ever see those giant boots?
Yeah. It's like
They
in that
put,
movie with John Candy where they go to the beach. They rent out the summer rental.
Yeah, so they put last time I broke my ankle, they put one of those boots on me, and then I just worked in the office for a few months while that was healing. So
Right. No, I mean, depends on the surgery, but you're doing eye surgery, you'll be fine. Like the shoulder surgery sucked.
yeah,
Yeah, that sucked, man. Like my right arm, I know I tore that rotator cuff too, but I don't think it's not as bad. I know it's not as bad, so I'm not going through that again. Scarlet fever.
what's up, Scarlet Fever?
Scarlet fever. There's I think it's Polka Dot Cadaver or Dog Fashion Disco, one of the two, and they have a song called Scarlet Fever. You should listen to it. They're good bands.
I had Scarlet Fever when I was a kid. All the
You just
skin
said
feel-
You're funny.
No, it did. Like the fever got so high that all my skin was peeling off.
You said Scarlet Fever.
It was Like Scarlet.
Scarlet. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that end part cut out.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. I've only heard of it because I had it when I was a kid.
I mean, I have a lot of things wrong with me that people have never heard of. Like, I mean, just like the medullary cystic sclerosis. People don't know what that is. It's kidney disease.
Yeah.
So,
Because when they went in to measure my my eyes for my lenses, and I was like, well, all I'm concerned about really is I need to be able to draw. 'Cause I'm an artist, and they're like, well, what kind of art you do? And then I showed them the comic, and then I'm like, and because it was it's an eye doc, and I was like, and the guy that drew it has eye disease, and he can't, he's legally blind, and they're like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure if you told them retinitis pigmentosa, they would know of it.
Yeah. I can't even remember what it's called.
No, well, you can just say RP. They'll probably know what RP is.
Oh, okay.
I think I don't know if I misheard her or not, but the genetic specialist, pretty sure she said, I don't know if it's from the Cleveland Clinic, but I'm the oldest person with the genetic mutation of that specific rare strand that has it. Wow. Like, because it's attached to my kidney disease. So I'm like the oldest one that has that rare genetic condition of that variable. So there's younger people. So I even told him, like, hey, if I'll be a guinea pig. Like, if I could help other people, I'd be all for it. If there's a pill you need me to take, I'll take it. I'll try it out. I don't care. Yeah, that's what makes things difficult is the kidney crap, because I'm not allowed to take certain things and like drink. I'm not allowed to take vitamin D, for Pete's sake. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it boosts your immune system.
It doesn't. You don't want your immune system boosted. Oh, I gotcha.
No. Yeah, because I have a transplanted kidney.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, if I were on dialysis, they still would want my immune system suppressed in order to have the better possibility for another transplant. But getting a third transplant is not easy.
Yeah.
Not many people get 3. I went for a biopsy. Like, it was like you get a biopsy every so often, and I went for one, and I was talking to the lady. She's like, I'm like, yeah, this is my second kidney. She's like, yeah, I just recently did somebody that had 3. So I was like, that's pretty crazy. Man, I didn't hear the boop. What's up, Shelby?
Shelby.
Too busy talking about your AIDS.
I was talking about my age, Shelby.
That's what I said, your age.
No, I said AIDS. AIDS.
Yeah, that's what I said, your AIDS. Yeah, your AIDS.
Everybody in the chat is bursting with excitement that you're here, Shelby.
I bet.
They are. They're sliding off their seats.
What's up, chat? What's up, Ink?
What's up, man?
Ink, are you freezing to death right now? It's like cold as hell here right now.
Dude, it went from summer to back into like Arctic.
It's winter. Yeah.
It's insane.
It's like, it's like 40 degrees here right now. It was like 80 yesterday.
And what's weird is they're just like, the weather forecast was just for like small showers or whatever. And next thing you know, we got this freaking winter storm. Sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, it rained most of this morning. It was just sprinkling and hazy, and then it like got hella windy. Now it's just like cold.
Yeah, we have a lot of snow. It's not sticking, but it's snowing. So.
Oh, you got snow? Yeah, we don't got that here.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Oh man.
What are you doing, Shelby? What are you doing?
So, I'm okay. What are you doing? What are you drawing?
I'm inking. I'm inking ink spots as pencils. Or inks over the supplemental.
Oh, for Frog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Frog book?
The Frog book. Yeah.
The other Frog book.
The other Frog book.
Cool. Is that going to be black and white, or are you coloring it?
Black and white.
Yeah, the supplementals in black and white. That way Ink Spots can draw some, flex his drawing muscles. His ginormous drawing muscles.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
thinking
I used to be a
Right.
real artist before I was told that I was a colorist. So
it's like Shelby. He used to be an inker before
Yeah, once
people
you're-
told him you could draw.
Yeah. I'm still not an inker, man. By the way, I inked like 3 pages today.
I'm not an
I'm still not an
just
inker.
inking.
By the way, I inked.
It's such a waste, man. It's such a waste of time. Like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate when people give me money to do this shit. Oh, that one's old. This one's old. I gotta scan these.
Shelby is a colorist.
Shout out Jason.
Bancroft.
Jason,
Hold
look at
on.
my pig guy.
Hold on.
Look at the pig. Look at
Let
the
me see
pig
the
guy.
pig. Oh, that's a dope pig guy.
Ooh, I
The
like
pig
it.
guy. Then there's the pig guy right there.
I got it. There's a couple pig people
I had
in
to-
Absolute Book 1.
I had to message him because this bottom panel, he didn't write anything. It was just the panel, and I was like, "Hey, is this a? What do you want me to do?" And he said, "Black it out." I was like, "All right." Ruin the page. This is a splash. I just finished this one. That one's all right. A lot of
What's up,
whiteout.
Bumbo?
Nice.
Bancroft's here.
Yeah,
No,
Bancroft's in the chat.
not a colorist.
He said you're a colorist.
Inking and coloring is stupid. Inking and coloring is
Oh.
stupid. This is one I'm finishing up. I got to finish the chains, and this one's done. So the bottom panels are done,
Why do you keep freezing on me?
and
Okay, you're good.
it's
I
probably my
thought that one
internet.
was done. I thought that
And,
one was done.
No. I got to do the chains on that top panel and the second
Oh,
panel.
okay.
See the blue line for the chains? Yeah. Yeah, man. This girl, she's stupid, man. She just has chains everywhere. Like this splash. Look, chains everywhere.
Oh, look at that.
Chain.
Nice.
Hey, look at him. He's going pop. Piggy go
I
pop.
like the pig.
I like the
Like
pig.
the
Yeah, I redrew the whole leg. I didn't like the way he did it, so I redrew it. I did the you know, that Wolf Spartaccio stuff with the like energy lines around him when they're like, he's like quivering, you know, like it hit a nerve funny.
Yeah.
His nerve being his spine. And then I started this one. I did a pig on the bottom too. I don't blacken all that stuff in until the end because it'll warp the paper.
Right.
So it's got black on that one. Then I got
Wow, your internet is sucking
I
today,
just
dude.
started. I like doing the faces first on most of these. So like this one, I'm a liar. I didn't do the face yet. This one I did. I did her face there, and then it's a splash. This guy getting decapped. And then,
Well, you always do the faces first.
yeah, and then this pig. There's a close up of the pig. Squee. And then the pig guy. He's not a main character. There's just, for whatever reason, there's just a bunch of pages of him, and then these are all ones I still gotta knock out. And then I think it's done.
Yeah, I
I
did.
think
Oh,
it's
wow.
done. It's 48 pages. Oh yeah. And then this page, I think I showed this one. This one's done. She
Yeah,
likes
that was nice.
decapitating these alien dudes with these chains. Kind of well.
You gotta
Doesn't
let
this
me know
kind
when
of
that
look like
book.
J. Scott? This kind of looks like a J. Scott piece, huh?
Yeah,
the way
that's
he
a
drew the
little bit of a
face.
J Scott there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
let
think
me
it
know
is.
when that goes live because I want to back that. Not just
I
because
have
you're
no
inks, but
idea.
it does look cool.
It's not bad. Yeah, I mean he's I'm. This is one of those things where I'm 100% hijacking it. Like if you see the pencils, it's completely different. Like,
Oh, so you're saying?
but I think that's why they came to me because they were like, hey, this guy he just needs a little more flavor to his work because he's very much his pencils look like. You ever see Capullo's pencils? How they're real loose and just sort of they're kind of
Yeah.
flighty.
Yeah.
His pencils was like that with a
It
little
freaked
bit
me
of Jim Lee.
out when I seen his pencils. I was like, these are not that tight at all. What the heck? Doesn't
Capullo,
look
yeah.
anything
So
like the inks.
yeah, they need inkers who are like artist inkers, right? Like people that can like alter their stuff. Yeah.
Draw
Okay,
anatomy.
well then I want your
Yeah.
slightly penciled inked book when it comes out. So you gotta let me know. when it
Slightly
comes out.
pencil inked.
Yeah.
I'm doing a motion comic right now too. I'm not showing you that though.
You're
She's
doing
right,
an
Beavis.
emotion comic right now?
It's full of emotion.
The emo comic?
Yeah, I'm creating it in After Effects, and then I'll make it available to people like on the internet after I'm done. But it's for a project. I figured if I have to do a project at the college in this, I may as well do something that benefits me as well, right? So, and it was very specifically, he said our next project is a motion comic, and he looked right at me, goes, "Are you excited, Shelby?" I just gave him a thumbs up. I didn't smile, but I did like this.
Classy. It's all class all day. Yeah. That's not the whitest reaction I've ever seen.
I didn't give him the white smile. You know, like when you're shopping, you walk by other white people and you make eye contact, you go like this.
You wink. You gotta give a little wink too. Like,
what are you? Wait, you go by white people? What are you talking about?
The white. You know, like when you're at Target and you walk by another family and you make eye contact with the other dad and you kind of do the nod. You don't even know them. You just do the nod, like like we're kind of on the same team, right? You just kind of.
I'm not a dad, so I don't really do that, Shelby.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
I don't know that.
I think
we don't get the reference.
It's a white thing. You wouldn't understand. It's a white.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's why I don't get it.
Yeah.
You walk by, you're like, "Hey,
yep,
I'm white, yo. I'm white. That's right."
Yeah, you give the dad the nod, or if it's the mom with the kids, you do the oh, sorry, you're not even in their way. Oh, sorry, let me get out of your way.
Bancroft is on beast mode
She ain't
tonight.
even looking at cereal.
Look at that. Shelby, read that.
Bancroft's just wasting his night. He's inking.
It's not inking.
No pencils or underdrawing, just hacking with perspective ruler. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what you should be doing.
Yep.
Bancroft, if you want to come in.
I also love ice hockey, Jay Ryan.
You know.
Yeah, I like your pig guys because I actually drew a children's book that was pigs, all pigs, and it was space biker pigs from Pluto.
Hell yeah!
And I never, you believe it? I couldn't sell that book. I tried.
Ink, did you ever hear about that book I did for my lawyer friend out here? He's a DUI lawyer up in Phoenix, and I did a comic for him in 2014. Mm-hmm. It's the first and only comic book banned in the state of Arizona now.
What?
Yeah.
What was it about?
I'll hook you up with a copy of it. I still have 2 cases of it. He told me do not distribute these because we had to go to court. So, dude, he told me, he said, "Hey, I need a comic that represents these things," and they were very specific. So the kind of defendants that he gets is elderly who they charge with driving with like a DUI, but it's things like medications, right? Elderly, it's people that are like high, and a lot of his clients too. He gets a lot of clients too that are just they're misidentified. You know, someone's like, "Oh, this car, we didn't see the car, but it's this guy that just robbed a 7-Eleven, and he's, you know, whatever." And then someone gets pulled over because they're in the vicinity of it. They're like, "You match the description of this guy that just robbed," and they're like, "Where were you?" And he's like, "Well, I just came from home." Sometimes they still arrest them because they're like, "Well, under suspicion, you're the only one that we found in this neighborhood that matches the description of this guy." So they still take him in. So he gets a lot of clients like that too.
Bancroft says, "Shoot him a link."
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I made up 3 stories, 3 or 4, and we did a flip book, so it's like 8 pages, all black and white.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I made all of the judges in it, and all the cops are anamorphic. I made them all like pigs and demons wearing human masks.
Nice.
Hey, they tried to disbar him, saying that he was
disbarred for it.
They said he was trying to, and the crazy thing is, it was all me. Like he basically gave me a bunch of money and said, "Can you make me a comic?" I was like, "Absolutely, dude. This guy buys a ton of my originals, right?" He goes, "I just need something for Phoenix Comic Con," because he bought a booth and it's a freebie. He just gives them out. So with every comic, you also got a bobblehead of Better Call Saul. Remember those bobbleheads? He had like thousands of them, and he was just giving them away, like 70,000 of them. And it was all write off for his company, and you know.
So you almost got the poor guy disbarred for your.
No, not almost. No, what it was is there's a particular judge in Phoenix that doesn't like him, and they thought that the depiction was of them and of specific police that he's had cases against.
Oh, I got you.
Yes. And it wasn't, and I had to go in. I had to do a phone interview, and I was like, I made all this stuff up, and the reason why they're anamorphic is because I don't want anyone saying it is based on anybody, and it wasn't. So yeah, it's well. Anyways, it's a weird thing, man. But he told me, he goes, I have to legally tell you, you cannot distribute these, but if you choose to do so, that's out of my hands. And he just smiled. I'm like, all right, man. He goes, don't sell them. I'm like, all right. So I got like 400 copies in the closet of this thing. Yeah.
Nice.
So, Bancroft.
What's up, gents?
What's going on, man? You're
Michael.
You're hacking and slashing, huh?
Free balling. He's free
Yeah,
balling.
it's the best way to do it. You just like pretend like you know. Eric Canetti does it. You know, just do things, and then if you zoom out, it looks cool.
I feel personally attacked.
The only time I do that is in a separate layer where that I can erase all of the mess ups.
Oh yeah, it's a digital thing. If I need to do stuff over the top, I put it in a new layer, and then I can either erase out or fill in depending on how I need.
Right.
It's like cheating, but good.
So
you and Clip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna try to find that book. Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can find
find that book.
Let's see if
I want a copy of that book. I'm not allowed to own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not, it's illegal.
Yeah.
Shelby's banned children's book.
Isn't that crazy? It's the only comic banned in the state. You would think this is Arizona. You'd think there was a lot of them. Zenoscope's here. You know what I'm saying?
You remember Spawn was banned in Australia for a long time.
Really?
That's right.
Why?
Well, depictions of bad things, I suppose.
Just because they thought it was
Hyper-violent.
demonic or something.
Who knows? I remember I got issue 2 off the newsstand, and then it was pulled. I think they could. Well, I say banned. It was banned off the newsstand, so you could get it in a comic book shop, but they weren't allowed to display them. You had to ask for them.
Wow.
You couldn't get it at my age. You had to be an adult to get it.
That's awesome, actually.
Hell yeah.
Australia is very sensitive.
Do you still have that Spawn number 2?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because if it's the newsstand one with the barcode, it's probably worth a lot more than the edition.
Newsstand spawns are worth like 3 times. Like a number 1 newsstand in good condition is like $300 or $400. They're pretty expensive.
Yeah,
Really?
so yeah, definitely.
How do you check again? It's got the.
It'll have a barcode. Yeah, just a barcode.
I'm gonna go check. I'll be right back. One sec.
Yeah. So I know also they do have the barcode ones that say direct edition on it. So like it depends, but that Spawn.
I've never seen a direct barcode. I've only seen the ones with the.
Because I've been scanning my comics into the app, and some of them.
What do you mean, like taking a cell phone pic and then you put it up?
Well, no,
or you have to scan it.
You have to scan the barcode, and if it doesn't have a barcode, you can just type it in like X-Men number 5, and it'll pull up all the covers of X-Men 5. So,
really?
Yeah. But you see, I mean, I got like what 27 total long boxes in theory, so it would take me forever.
Right.
But it's the name of the app is CLZ Comics. I've shown it before. And flip the camera around. Like Luke
I'm gonna pull
introduced
another
me
long
to
box
it.
out.
Oh, let me know when you're back, Shelby. I'll show you.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh,
Just pull long boxes out.
so there's like a list. If I could show my phone.
Is this the one that they're always at shows pushing it, like the app?
Maybe, I don't know. So
There's a site that it's a comic book database site that like basically tracks your collection.
Kinda. I haven't uploaded mine to the actual thing yet. So it's stored in my phone, and then it tells you the information, whether or not it's a key issue, if it's a minor key or a major key. It has the newsstand variants. It has, it shows so you could swipe to see which ones you have and let you know which ones you need and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Right.
But like I said, to do your whole collection, if you haven't been doing it from the beginning, it would take months just to do it all.
Right.
But pretty useful. I've scanned in 7 long boxes so far. So nowhere near done. You could also there's a lot of Alterna books in it too.
Really?
Well, that's the good thing, Bemis, is that like in the search, like if you just type in like Uncanny X-Men number 6, it'll then pull them all up. So it's not like you need to type in a whole lot. And most of them do have a barcode that you just zap, unless it's like the newsstand edition with the face or whatever, and then you got to type it in.
Are you able to look up other people's collections in it?
I don't know. I don't think so. You can find a book, I think, if you want. So maybe.
I want to look at what issues the McFarlane has.
Oh, well, that's if he scanned them into the app.
He has his son do everything, so he probably did. He pays his son to run his business.
Well, I don't know.
I met him one time at a gas station. And Todd McFarlane. I was like, and he was just there, and I was like, holy crap. And no one else knew who he was, just me. I was like freaking out.
So I thought I had up to 30, but I only have up to 23. And these are the only 2 that have any barcode on them.
Oh, nice, man.
And that was the one I got off the newsstand.
Oh, yeah. Those are newsstands, man. Those are money. I don't
The others
know.
don't have any barcodes at all. Nothing. You know, like the Marvel ones, they would have a Spider-Man head or something.
Right.
Or these are the only 2 with barcodes.
Nice. Yeah, those are definitely worth more than the direct
I had
editions.
no idea what Spawn was. I just saw this and was like, that's the friggin' raddest cover I've ever seen. You know, as a 12-year-old. And I was like, what is this? So I picked it up.
With all the airbrush
and then
stuff.
that week on the news, it was like everywhere. This new,
nothing. It's worth nothing.
Evil comic book, poisoning the minds of the youth.
Yes, it is Henry Bemis.
Later on, there was a mom who was like really pissed off. I guess the son was collecting him. He was a younger kid.
What's up, Zabe?
And she, if I remember the story right, she went through I think she was in Utah. She went through the entire state and was buying every issue of Spawn available so no other kids could be exposed to it. And then all the shops upped their orders because they knew she was coming back to buy all of them. Yeah, it's a true story. She
sold them, and then she opened a store and sold. I remember
it was around like issue 30. It was like way later. It was like issue 3 years into the run. Yeah,
I remember. As soon as I read the second one, I went into the comic book shop to get the first one, and they'd already jacked it up to $25. And I was like, you got to be shitting me. I had to beg my mum for the $1.30 to buy that second issue. I can't. $25 is a ridiculous amount of money for a comic book. And it was years later I found out that was totally just jacked up, and they had 5,000 copies out the back, and they would just put one out and sell it to idiots for $25.
Yeah,
but, I did end up buying it at some point. I don't know for how much. I suppose I better.
What's up, Arthur?
There was a shop I used to go to called Lino's Comics, and he was notorious for that. If it was a hot issue and we came out that month, he would put it on the wall for like $5 or $7, even though you could get it from like a Thrifties for cover.
Somebody was telling me about a slab book. Oh, man, now I'm blanking on which one it was, but it's one you can get for like $6, and somebody was slabbed it and selling it for $300.
Well, you see that all the time on like
Dark
eBay.
Hawk 1. That was a joke book. You'll come across people selling Dark Hawk 1 for like $500 at shows, and it's a joke because it was speculated that his first appearance in a film would be Guardians 2 or something like that, and he never was. So it was fake information leaked. So then you saw these Dark Hawk #1s that should be like $60 as a 9.8 graded, and people were selling them for like $1,200, and people were buying them, dude. That's the thing, they were selling because everyone was believing the hype.
We were chatting about this, Camel and I, a while ago, and he was like,
I pulled out one of those. I'll pull one out for you guys.
after the success of, I don't know, it was around the success of Spawn or something, he said there was a book that Marvel tried to do to sort of capitalize on that. And I was like, I think I have that book, and I went back, and it was called Night Watch. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, Night Watch. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, look at this thing, and we were flipping through it. We were just laughing our ass off.
It was such a wannabe. Yeah.
That's what I was telling Ink earlier. I was just reorganizing, and I was going through one of my long boxes. And I saw the Caliber Press Scarecrow comic. I'm like, man, this looks so good. Like black and white indie. It was just really dope book. Stuff like that is cool.
You guys want to see that? that comic I did for my buddy, my lawyer buddy up in Phoenix.
Yeah, let's see the.
It's banned. It's banned in the state.
Oh, I kicked Bancroft. Hold on. There you are. Okay.
Yeah, don't kick Bancroft. Yeah,
no,
this is it. So it's a flip book. So this is the front cover. That's his company, and then this is the back cover. He comes from a rich family. His dad owns the building his business is in, so they're pretty big. They're pretty big in Phoenix as far as a family. So this is the back cover, and it's a flip book. So and everything is me, all the art and the lettering. It's literally like he told me. He says, just make anything with a comic dealing with whatever. So the judge thought this was supposed to be him, the one that tried to disbar him, and he thought this was him. And this is just supposed to be a generic law guy, like these silhouettes up here. So it's just supposed to be that. And yeah, man, it's crazy. So yeah, the elder gamer, the student, I don't remember. I think this is the one where it's like a DUI for pills or whatever. Gamer, probably weed.
Now everybody wants it, Shelby.
I don't know.
Everybody wants.
Oh, it look the cop's name. I put Swine. It's S Wine. See that? See that? Swine. So if you look at him, look, he's wearing a human mask. But I made them anamorphic so that way they're not. Because the only conversation we ever had is he goes, I need 16 pages and it has to promote my business. I don't give a shit what you draw. Here's the judge here. He's actually like a demon. And then he puts on his human mask, which looks like me, weirdly enough, right? So he puts on his human mask and he's charging this girl who had like one drink at lunch or whatever. The whole thing with this is that her breath alcohol actually was lower than the percentage, but because it did register, she got charged. So that's what all this is about.
Yeah, in Arizona, you can't even have any alcohol in your system when you get pulled over or you get a DUI, even if you're not drunk.
Here's an elderly lady. She kind of looks like that fat chick in Kenneth's book. So she's pushing her cart, and she's pulling out. And what happens here? Something happens. Oh, she gets hit by another driver. She's in an intersection and gets hit by another driver. This guy's yelling about her. She makes a phone call. The cop shows up and notices in her bag she has prescription meds, so he arrests her even though she's not at fault. Right?
So
I mean, he deals with them every day. That's what this is. So basically, it goes to here. You get the evil judge, and then the law team comes in to save her with their case file, right? The flip book, he specifically wanted this. Oh, by the way, I did foil covers for us. I got 5 copies of this. So yeah, I did metal, like full metal covers. So it's gold metal. It's gold metal, and I did them just for him and I. So he has 5 and I have 5. So if you guys want one, I'll sell one of them. This one here, he specifically wanted justice, you know, like the female with the law and the scales of justice there, and then a hand holding the card. He was very specific about what this was. He's not anti-cop or nothing. It's just he sees what can happen in society. You know, he has family member who are detectives and shit. So, 2 kids playing Xbox, whatever. The one friend is smoking. He's getting high. This dude's like, no thanks. This dude's like, no thanks, right? Like that's me when I'm 16. No, nah, dude.
What a sissy
I don't
lala.
want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble, right?
Kid's a sissy lala.
He's in there playing for hours and hours. He leaves, so he's completely like he smells like a roofie, bro. And then this cop pulls up. So here's the cop, right? So it's like the pig, and then he puts on the human mask, pulls him over. It's late at night.
Get in here, Phil.
He makes him hit the floor, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna check you, this and that. Oh, you smell like whatever. So then he wanted me to show that they have, like, with police, they can draw blood, right? So even under suspicion, they can still charge you even if you come up negative, which is weird. So you can come up with nothing in your system and they can still charge you because under suspicion, because you smell like it or whatever. So anyways, Then you got this judge again. He's like, I got no. His mom's like chewing him out. His mom's pissed, chewing him out. There's another little bastard. You got a little Timmy bastard right here. This other guy. So and then this dude flies in. Wait, I'm gonna save him. You're a lawyer. Look at this dude. And he wanted it to be like super, like, you know, just whatever. And then this judge unmasks himself to show that he's actually evil. And then you can see the cop here, like he's eating the donuts in the car, and like you see my pigs look okay, man. Like for, you know, look, Jay Ryan, what do you think of my pig guy? What do you think of my pig?
Jay's drunk.
He's got screw you, Jay. All right, and then anyway, so the pig. The
faces look a little bit like Odie's back in the day.
Yeah, it's. By the way, I drew these 16 pages in like a week.
It looks like you drew these 16 pages in a week.
It was fast. Yeah, it was fast. And then you get the. I mean, dude, there was no story, man. It was literally just draw 16 pages. We got to get it to print. But basically showing like his law team, and these people actually do exist. He just didn't want them drawn.
Nice.
And then you see them there. They're like guardian angels, right? Get the wings and shit. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, this was a giveaway. He printed 27,000 copies of this and gave away 17,000. Yeah, 17,000 of these went out. You know the craziest thing about this was, so I did everything here, so it was drawn in 2014 and it came out in May of 2015, right? Phoenix Comic Con. He got his books. He printed. I think he told me he printed 30,000. He got them out of China, bro. He got these made for 8 cents a piece.
Oh,
and they're really nice. Like,
and
really
with
nice,
a foil.
yeah.
And with foil.
No. The foils I did. Those were like $10 a pop. Yeah. But yeah, dude. I mean, this is just a weird piece of history, and he was getting hate mail, dude. Like he was getting people that were like, I can't believe you talked this artist into doing this book for you, and like saying like it was me, like somehow sabotaging my career and stuff. I'm like, talking about that was all me, dude. I'll take full credit for that. That book's awesome. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Henry Bemis is right. At that cost, it's better than a business card to hand out, you know?
Yeah, and he also found there were some it was remember when Toys R Us, I don't know if you guys had it out there, Bancroft, Toys R Us here was going out of business during that year. It was all went out of business. Yeah. He went to every Toys R Us and had them deliver pallets and pallets of these Better Call Saul bobbleheads. It was a pop vinyl bobblehead, I think. And so at the show, every book came with one of those in a bag and with his business card. And something else kind of funny. I'll see if I have one here. I don't know if I still have any of them.
How did he get away with doing a Better Call Saul bobblehead? He just did
I
it?
do. He
People
just
do that
wanted
all
a
the
freebie.
time, no?
He just wanted a freebie. Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
but-
wanted a freebie.
Okay. I just didn't think
No, he was giving them away. Oh, check this out. And then he was giving everyone bottle openers with his number on them. Dude, look. It's a bottle opener.
Nice.
Yeah, and they're like metal. Like it's like hella crazy. It's like super high. But it's funny. I'm like, really, bro? A bottle opener? And he's like, well,
We
I
were
have my
going to do
number.
We're that were kind of like either bottle
Yeah, we're
openers or
gonna do.
something.
Well, we
Yeah.
still are eventually.
Eventually,
maybe book-
but yeah.
Book 2, maybe. Depends on
Well,
how
with him,
good
it's-
Toys
it
R
is.
Us is still open in Australia.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they had a different, like, they were part of the global thing, but then they broke off when Toys R Us went bankrupt, and now they're doing their own thing in Australia and New Zealand. So
we
I
have
miss Toys R Us.
we have pop-up stores here, but they pop up inside other major retailers. Like sometimes you'll get them in like oh god, Inc. What's that store called with the jackets and that? Burlington.
Oh, Burlington
Gary?
Coat Factory.
Yeah, they'll give them like a 20 by 20 space, and they just set up toys in like this weird corner, man. It's really weird. And then in the mall, sometimes they'll get their own store that takes up only half the square footage, and the back half is like unused. Yeah, they're almost like a Halloween store here now. They only pop up during Christmas. Yeah.
Nice. Good times. Good times. Gary G likes your stories, Shelby.
You like that? I just lied about all that, Gary G. It was all a lie.
You made
Yeah,
it
it's
all
all for
up.
the show. Yeah,
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
know me. It's all kayfabe.
Yeah, it's all for content.
No, it's 100% true. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, it is interesting. It's weird because I got named in the there was an article in the Phoenix what is it called, the Sun, the main newspaper. I got named in it. I didn't have no one coming at me about
named
it.
and shamed.
Kinda, yeah, kinda, because they tried to turn it into like these guys are like anti-police, and it's like, no, that was just a gimmick to get people to call them for if they need a defense attorney.
How times have changed. Anti-police might get you like work in the comic industry now.
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, like in the woke side of it, absolutely.
This was 2015 when it actually happened. 2014 when I was working on it. So yeah, it's interesting for sure, man. And I was never scared about anything with it because I had talked to Brian about it. I'm like, hey man, so like, do I need to like, is there anything I need to do? Or he's like, no man, just answer your phone. Don't answer your phone. I don't care. I was like, all right.
You do.
Sumo says that Australia is the land of pirated franchises like Taco Bell and Hungry Jack's. Taco Bell is pirated, but Hungry Jack's is a subsidiary of Burger King. And whoever was sitting on the Burger King trademark in Australia, he sold it eventually back to them. And I'm sure he made a killing. But whenever they tried to make Burger King, Australians by that time, Hungry Jack's had already been here for 20 years or more. So they rejected it outright. They were like, no, we are Hungry Jack's in Australia. So
Nice.
even though they do own the Burger King trademark in Australia now, they're still sticking with Hungry Jack's. So that is the official Burger King store.
So how is Taco Bell pirated? What do you mean by that?
How is it what?
Pirated? You said it's pirated?
Well, it's not pirated, but the guy made Taco Bell, I think, a year after Taco Bell became a thing.
Okay.
And so he made his own store, and it's his own thing, but it is very
It's close.
I don't know. It's reminiscent. It's not like a rip off, but people have been confusing the two. Like Australians will grow up thinking that the American store is Taco Bill their whole life.
Do they have a thing called
Oh my god! I can't believe it's not Taco Bill. It's actually Taco Bell.
Do they have a thing called a Bill Beefer by chance?
I don't know. I never really. I never went there on Bucks parties because they have these massive fishbowl margaritas.
What?
And,
What?
yeah, like these.
Yeah, our Taco Bell doesn't have that.
They're these huge things.
No margaritas at Taco Bell.
But they're like slushies. They're like Slurpees, yeah? And they're very alcoholic, so you just start slamming them. You have a couple of tacos, and then, it's time to go out, and you stand up, and you're like, holy crap, you don't realize.
Holy crap, I need more tacos to absorb all this margarita.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a brilliant marketing move.
I've been to two Bucks nights, and both of them we went to Taco Bell. So I just and every time I've seen it there's always like hens night, like women, and that's really what I don't know. People like to get drunk there.
That's
Nice.
fascinating. So
I mean-
it is a fast food chain then.
Yeah, and they blocked Taco Bell from opening here for years, but now they've obviously come to some sort of agreement because there is some Taco Bells here now.
Mm.
Yeah, they got to keep Taco Bell away from their women. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Mm.
That's been a whole thing going back for years with the Australians and the Americans. Australians are very protective over Australian women and American soldiers and stuff like that.
Protective over your Sheilas.
Well, you understand why though, right? Like most of the women here suck, dude.
I, for one, love all the women here in America. Back Frog G, link is pinned at the top of the chat. Apparently, don't back anything Shelby does.
The
Why?
Australian
Speak truth.
Armed Services uniform it doesn't make men look handsome. And so you get like Marines and Army guys coming over here, and they're dressed really well, and they've got the accent and everything. So
wait, you like how Michael says, and they got the accent? There's no, Mike, you have the accent.
remember, here they have the accent.
Yeah, but
Over there, we have
it's
the accent.
flipped.
Here, they
It's
have
flipped. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're over
Yeah.
here with an accent,
So there was actually
Chicks
a
love
battle
you,
in, I think it was Sydney, in World War II between hundreds of GIs and Anzac soldiers, and it lasted for 3 days because the Australian and New Zealanders were just sick of these Yanks screwing all their women.
Yeah.
There was proper fighting too. It was, I don't know if people were shot, but they were brawling for days.
Jeez.
Oh, over women? Yeah, someone got shot. Can you guys imagine
because,
Bancroft
you got-
and Mel over at Taco Bill's trying to enjoy a margarita and some
I know.
tacos, and here comes 1988 Tom Cruise's straight out of Top Gun.
Yeah, they're doing the song. You never forget. Like, who are these Yanks
Chewing
think they
gum
are coming over here and charming our women?
Yeah, well, we had to migrate. We tapped out all the ones in Japan
and the Philippines.
and Korea. Yeah, that's true. I have a lot of friends who are half Japanese and half Korean. Yeah,
Well, it's the same with like half French, half German too.
right.
From that
There's a
era.
lot of like half French, half Japanese. That one always trips me out.
I mean, I don't know about Japanese, but obviously there's a lot of French over in Indochina, which I think is now, what's that, Indonesia?
Indonesia, yeah.
But yeah, that was a big thing. I don't know about Japan.
I don't know about Japan either.
It's all kung fu to me.
Back for RG, everybody, all ages. Not filled with racism like ink.
I got to use the word Oriental and Chinaman in my review of
Nice.
Faith of God. Let's slip that in there.
You feel like maybe you can get away with it a little more because you have the Australian accent?
The accent gives the pass. Yeah, it's the accent.
Orient.
Well, I mean, in the comic, the dude has that mustache. What do you call that? Where the mustache? It's like the anti-Hitler. It's just on the sides. There's nothing in the middle.
Oh, it's white in the middle.
The Dali. It's like a Salvador Dali.
The
mustache.
Dali.
No, but it's only Asians had it. There's like goosh, and it's not.
Oh, it's just a little. It's like a little bit. It's not the
Well,
whole
I can
thing.
show it to you.
No, it's the Fu Manchu. I think the Fu Manchu does it, doesn't it?
Yeah, Fu Manchu, I think, is what. Yeah, Shelby's right.
Let's have a
Let's
look.
see.
Here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Fu Manchu. Yeah.
Man, it's time to cancel Andy Smith.
No, this is Lepresti.
Oh, LaPresti. Okay. Him
Oh,
too.
cancel him
Both
too
of
then.
them. Yeah,
they're both out of here. Both donezo.
They don't have an accent. They can't draw that.
Well, no, I mean, I think it was Mike Miller who was a big proponent of the word Oriental, and I agree. It's a necessary word because everyone uses the word Asian, and it's too vague.
It's very
Yes,
not
I agree.
appropriate.
Yes, I agree.
There's a book called Murder on the Orient Express. So there you go.
And it's so weird because all these words. I was talking about stuff with Victoria, my daughter, and I said, not too long ago, the word queer was verboten. You couldn't say the word queer, and now that's how they all celebrate it themselves. So this stuff, it comes in and out.
Well, not only that, words have different meanings. They've always had different meanings. The same word can mean 18 different things. So it's look up the word "run" in the dictionary. It's like 2 pages long. Words mean different things.
Yeah.
I like to stick with good old homo. This feels right.
Back for RG, everybody. Link pinned to the top of the chat. Back in today.
It's definitely much more fun to say.
Yes. Yeah.
I like Homo sapiens too.
It makes me feel good to say it.
I was just
Who
gonna
was
say,
he?
sometimes it,
We had someone on chat and the stream the other day. He's like, "I really miss racism." Who was that? He said that.
Morb said that.
Morb.
What's up, Noah?
He's like, "I really miss racism."
It's still around.
He was joking.
It's just pointed in the other direction.
Yeah, it got flipped.
I think it's on its way out right now. I think it's on its way out. You got
What,
a lot of
racism?
companies pivot. Yeah, well, with flipping the coin, dude. You got a lot of companies that are trying. They're now doing damage control because of like the last decade that they pushed stuff that has just lost them money. I think the AIG bucks
they're really
have
paying
stopped
for
too.
it. Yeah, they're really
Mhm.
paying for it now.
Yeah, and I have the mindset of screw them, let them crash and burn. Because if they did it once, they're it's like taking back an ex, right? Like I have no interest in them now. It's kind of where I'm at with it.
That's in the X.
It's crazy. You hear these people talk, and it's like you're hearing old school Jim Crow stuff, or 30s German stuff. And they're just so blatant about it, and they're celebrating it because it's for a good cause, and according to them. And then
Right.
you realize that's exactly how it was before as well. There was no different. People weren't like, I'm going to be evil and racist. They were like, no, this is a good thing. We need to do this. It was the same back then, but then they do it now, and they don't see it. Or maybe they do see it and they just don't care.
Oh, they see it. It's
Yeah,
the
they
same
do.
tactic. They just choose to ignore it.
Yep.
All I know is I miss racism.
Good old Morb.
It's great. Love it.
Jim Crow might be in the new Crow movie. It doesn't look very good.
I never
Don't get me
saw
started.
Crow. I never read Crow. It
You never saw
held
the first?
any interest- It never held any interest for me.
You never
It's-
saw the
it's-
first movie, Mike?
No.
It's very well. The concept
It's-
itself is embedded in dark lore and pretty much inspired by true events of his life anyway. Because his wife was murdered or killed in a car accident with something. I don't know. A lot of stuff went wrong. And actually, the original book, they didn't break into an apartment and kill them. It was at the side of a road, and it's pretty dark and pretty awesome.
I would never call Obar's Crow required reading for any graphic
No.
novel enthusiasts.
No, it's definitely
it's very niche. You got to be into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the first movie, no, like my buddies and I, so we were taking junior college courses, figure drawing and acrylic painting, and when that movie came out, we would go to the college.
What's up, Rex?
We'd go from the high school to the college, and then right after our class at night, we would always go and catch a like 11 p.m. or a 10:30 viewing of The Crow, and we did that for like 2 months. I saw that movie probably 90 times
I've seen it so many
like
times.
while it was in the theater.
Yeah, it is a really
it was
good movie.
it was a weird obsession we had though. It was really weird. Like, I don't have a whole lot of desire to rewatch it now, but back then, for some reason, it was just different. It was just a different.
Did you get
flavor
it?
of a
Did
movie.
you get him tattooed on your back?
No.
No.
And I only had one. I only had one Halloween where we were all the Crow.
I remember.
this one.
Yeah, no.
This would have been 2007. When did the last Matrix come out? The third one. Pretty much 2005 or something. 2006.
05 or 06, I thought.
Yeah.
Two
There
and
was a
3 came out really close.
You know, they were filmed in Australia, so those cities, to me, they look very Australian. That they all, walk around in and fight in and everything, just the whole way it looks. And I was in Adelaide, walking through a city street, and we went into a lane, so it was sort of light, very Matrixy. There was no one around except for this one guy who was dressed head to toe as Neo.
Oh, jeez.
2007, he had the glasses, he had the trench coat, he had the big black
no.
boots, and he was just out,
No.
And I was with about 3 of my buddies, and it was hot too. We were in
Beat him up.
shorts and thongs, as we call them. You call them flip-flops, t-shirt and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I guess we were probably pretty cruel, but we couldn't help ourselves. We just went, we were laughing. And I guess the guy was just like, he was really, really brooding, and he's like, he probably ended up going on a killing spree or something.
Oh, no.
Eventually. He was just like that kind of guy. And but it was pretty funny. I'll never forget. He had the glasses that, you kind of pinch on. Like Morpheus.
Jeez, he actually had the Morpheus glasses.
Yeah.
He was rocking that Jay Ryan style. We like to call that Jay Ryan style.
You got Rex, Kevlar, Noah. We got a few people that just recently came in.
What's up,
K-pop's
Rick?
back.
What's up, Matt?
We got Rick. Going on.
Yeah, I was gonna take my like away if you left me in the back room, Jason. I was in the back room
I could
for
put
a bit.
I could put you back there.
Yeah, I'll take away my like.
All right. Was that long enough?
It's already taken.
Yes.
My finger was over it.
Yes. We were talking earlier about
Too much
developing
success.
style. Like Inkspots is trying to change his style. Be like Mike.
To
Mignola.
what?
He wants to be Mike Mignola.
You want a Mignola style? Really, Ink?
No, I like the way that he does the heavy blacks. I
Like
want to incorporate
90.
that somehow.
But specifically, you want to do like 92, 94, right? Like you don't want to do that new crap.
You don't like his new stuff?
I hate his new work. I hate it.
Wow.
I don't know if I've seen his
I
new
like-
work.
He became geometric and it just looks cartoony. It looks lazy. His new work to me looks lazy. It looks like he's made a bunch of money and now he just sort of, here's a bunch of layouts. Here's a book. I'm not going to draw it. I'm just going to do layouts now. It just
I
looks
really
super lazy.
like his pencils, like how he doesn't do solid blacks, but he does that hatching in the shadows. I really
Mhm.
like how that looks. That looks really cool. Man.
No, I
No,
like the.
How important do you think it is to have a style that people can see and go, that's that artist?
I think pretty important. Like,
I think it's pretty important.
Really important.
But I will say this: people who emulate other people's style, they still tend to have a style of their own. Like Travis Tre's early work was a total Jim Lee ripoff, but it never looked like Jim. His faces always were more cheruby looking, like circular, round jaws, things like that. And even Canetti's early stuff was very obviously Peter Chung, because he was working on Anne Flux, so his early stuff looked just like Chung, but his line quality was much closer to like manga books and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like it was just a lot more rough and
This is
not
the
really
book
refined.
that I started looking at when I was like, okay, what kind of style do I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know that book.
it's called Prophet. It's a French.
That's cool art.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, these, I love the, obviously, I like the buildings and everything. But, I started just kind of like checking out this guy's style and kind of just trying to emulate it a little bit. But you really, like you said, like it doesn't, you go in your own direction. And now I look back, I compare all these years later, and I'm like, oh wow, I don't actually really draw anything like him. I just kind of, started doing some layouts and stuff.
His stuff has a very Eastern European feel to it, where they do a lot of stuff with like brush work, where like the brush they let the brush do its own thing on the outlines.
He's a concept artist and painter, and then he does comics on the side.
You might like Mike. Do you know the artist? What's his name? J.P. Leon. Do you know that guy? Do you know that guy? Ink. He did a book called The Winter something. I have a couple of the floppies. Let me look it up.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like Jason and I were talking. Like, no matter how much I study Manola, Mobius, whenever I go to draw, I just still draw like me. It's what comes out. So I don't know if anything really like absorbs.
Like, this is Ink Spots. This is Ink Spots' work, and I'm inking over it. But like, he has a distinctive style. Like, you could recognize his work, even though if it's cartoony, but it's still like fun to look at. And even if you were to incorporate like a Magnola or who else were you trying to look at? Mobius.
Yeah.
Like, which would be tough with a cartoony style, but I like this because I can tell it's ink. Like, even if I ink over top of it and put in my style on top of his, I can still see Ink Spots underneath it. So it is. I think it's important to have that little fingerprint, because that way people know what they're gonna get also, and they know it's yours and unique.
Yeah, it's just I don't like being that cartoony, but I drew children's books for so many years. It's just ingrained. Can't get rid of it. The cartooniness is probably there forever.
I like it,
Mike. I put some in private. It's the artist's name is John Paul.
Yeah,
and I said JP.
The Winter Men.
Yeah, his work is pretty sick. There's nothing in his work besides like placement of shadows that I would ever personally take from his work with my work, but it leans more towards your realm, like a little more the realistic side versus cartoony side. Yeah.
That's so funny, the Blade Runner one. I started watching Blade Runner, and I always thought I'd seen Blade Runner, and now I realize I think I've only seen scenes of Blade Runner. I don't know if I've actually sat down. And
Which
watched
Blade Runner are you watching? Are you watching
I watched the new one not too long ago, and I know the story, so I was like, oh yeah, I've seen Blade Runner, and now I'm watching it, I'm like, have I seen this whole movie?
Are you watching the director's cut? Or are you watching the original cinematic
whatever's on
version?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. I don't know which one's on Netflix.
And you're not going to find anything new. He died during COVID, by the way. So you're not going to find nothing new of his. This is here. Let me show you. This is. I'll put it in private too. So this one here, if you can find it, Mike, I recommend you grab this, the collected or hardcover if they got it.
Probably find it on eBay.
This Winterman book, really fun art, man. Some of it feels almost like rotoscoped, the way that he did the lines, but other parts you could tell that he just, he took some influence from photos, but it wasn't like straight trace overs. It was like just maybe like the tank or things like that, but the rest of it's like a lot of freehand work. So yeah, it's cool. It's a cool book.
Well, I also think it's important to have something unique, more so that because a lot of people are aping like Finch and Lee and Silvestri and that kind of a style.
Joe Mad,
and if you
Campbell.
No, nobody does it good though. That's the thing, though.
Well, they're right, but they're still trying. And so if you have something that's not in any way shaped near that, you stand out more. So
I'd say of all the indie comics, I've seen just about every single page of Battle Chasers traced or copied completely.
Oh God, yeah.
It's
like every page of every issue. So
yeah.
And that's the problem also, is a lot of these people, like, they're new, so they don't know, and so they don't know Joe Mad's history, and so they didn't collect Battle Chasers and the influence that it had on people, so they don't know what it looked like. So they're getting all these comics, and they think, oh, this is original cool art, I've never seen it before. It's just a traced out Joe Mad, Battle Chasers #4.
If you're gonna swipe someone's art for your own project, it better damn well be some obsolete art, because if it's a mainstream artist, you're going to get called on it. Someone out there is going to recognize that panel from that one issue, that one thing.
There was a problem with that. Ink did.
There was a certain book that came out, and I got a lot of flack because I called it out. I'm like, it's all traced, because I recognized every single panel. And then the guy tried to say he didn't trace it. So I went back and I matched up every single character, every single panel to a panel in Battle Chasers and overlaid it, and it was exactly all Battle Chasers.
Yeah, people jumped on him.
I got like brutalized for pointing that out.
So he got brutalized
whatever
for pointing out that somebody traced out a book and sold it.
Right.
It's like,
but most normie fans would be on your side. You know what I'm saying? I think some of it's seen. Some of the problem is seen. To be honest, you get people that get defensive about things that they support, and so that can happen. But you're not wrong.
It just drives me crazy. It's like,
yes, you're not wrong. I know.
It's just that Battle Chasers was one of those books that was so popular when it came out that like artists at that
that's
time
why I say,
studied every panel. We know every panel.
You can draw. You can choose to draw like Mark Silvestri. You can draw like Mark and all that. Don't copy Mark's work. Go and find some like Neil Adams, like 70s stuff. Go. If you're going to be pulling from something, like I said, it better be something that's from the 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
And that's what we were saying. I can't remember who it was in chat. Man. Like we even it's actual Dracula. He said that he's looking at Bernie Wrightson and trying to like not ape it, but have that be incorporate that into his style. I'm like, that's good. You want to do
starts, yeah.
Well, not only that, you want to start
studies,
study older artists, older creators, because they're not as common. Like, not as many people are getting inspired and putting that in their work. They're putting in Finch. They're not putting in Simonson. So,
well, everyone right now. Nothing against Mark, because Mark is one of my favorite artists of all time.
I love Mark Silvestri.
But he is 100% pulling from Franklin Booth.
Mm-hmm.
Franklin Booth is an illustrator, not a comic artist, so most comic fans aren't seeing it. They're like, oh, this is a cool... They call it the new Silvestri style. It's like, oh, no, you mean the 1940s Franklin Booth style. That's what you mean.
And then, Bernie Wrightson copied it before he did. So,
yes.
That was Bernie Wrightson's main influence, was Franklin Booth. So
Dan Frager once sent me a treasure trove of old. Do you know Frank Godwin?
Mhm.
You know that guy?
I thought it was
Some-
Goodwin.
Goodwin?
No, I
Anyway.
just thought it was. You might be
He
right.
said it could be. I can't remember. But it was crazy. It was great, and it was just like I was like, holy crap! How did people draw like this all this time ago? You know, and a lot of it's so much better in terms of like the draftsmanship and everything than a lot of even new stuff. That was really cool. You know, I learned a lot from that, especially like how fabrics fold and stuff like that, how to do that kind of thing.
Well, also of the bombasticness of the, you know, like the whole '90s type style, what leaned away from technical like stuff. So it was all like in your face type things and excitement and energy, and it kind of moved away from, like, even me. I'm not anatomically correct in the slightest, but
You guys ever seen this?
what is that?
You ever seen this before? If you can ever find it, I recommend you grab one of these. So look for the Ultimate collection of it. Antarctic Press. So these are Japanese photo reference books, and you can get a CD of them too. You can actually download this. You'll probably find like a you know, like a mega zip download somewhere, like on some blogspot site. But I like the physical book. But basically, this thing here, there was 3 books that came out, and they were all in Japan, and it's literally what it says: reference manual for illustrators, specifically for comic artists of action books, right?
Oh wow!
And I should do a art for inspiration of this, but basically, it's all these different angles and shapes of just different things. Like this here, it's just standing characters, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
school.
Kevlar and Jay have those.
They really like
like
their school uniform.
Turn most of the whole character. That's pretty neat.
I
Girls
thought you're
like
just
cheat.
supposed to ask your wife to stand in weird positions in the kitchen and then photograph it.
She's like, "You're getting turned on by this."
And then she's like,
for
"You
art.
better delete these."
For art.
But so damn, this is all
Right.
school uniform. Okay, so then you get to this stuff where it's tactical, right? Like tactical fighting poses.
Those young,
This thing's really useful to
17-year-old
me.
Asian tactical mercenaries.
Yes. Look, like
Oh,
firing
yeah.
from like a It's these are shots that you wouldn't normally draw, right? Like, 'cause we all kind of learned the 3/4 view, the front, a little bit of a bird eye, a little bit of a worm eye. But this stuff really pushes. Like, who would ever draw this just out of their? You know what I'm saying? You kind of wouldn't. So this book's pretty useful. Like I said, there's not a lot of books that I've found that are like this, as far as like the posture or the pose of the characters. Like, this is, you can't argue with this. This is a true photograph. You can't argue that this isn't correct, right? Even with the foot placement and the way it's planted with the weight comes down this direction to this ankle. And if I was to draw this freehand, this leg would go cocked way out here. The gun would be on the knee. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
Right.
we have a different
Well, you
idea
put a little
sometimes
flair
of what
into
reality
it.
is.
Yeah, you put a little more flair into it. You stretch it out. You make it look a little more. Yeah.
Yeah, when I started, I was.
There's no nudes in here, by the way. This is
I
all
was
dudes
relying
in
a lot
orange.
more on photo reference just for poses and stuff. And I very quickly learned that, oh no, you can't just do it as it is in real life, because that,
Right.
it looks dumb or it looks wrong.
Right.
You got to accentuate, and then there's foreshortening and all sorts of stuff. And that just got me thinking, there's so many photos that, if you drew it as it's photographed, it would look ridiculous. It would look like worse than AI.
Yeah, this looks
Because
stupid. Like this
Exactly.
shot, but
Exactly.
this shot's better. If you were to crop this here, this is a great shot. The running shot, you would just have to. You got to exaggerate some of this stuff. But yeah, like this here, get out of here, man. If you put that in a panel, you're gonna get made fun of.
Henry Bemis doing that with Speedo photos.
Well, it's for
It's for art, and if there were nudes, I wouldn't care. I mean, it's for
Wolverine
art, but
poses. I mean,
yes,
these are
that's
straight
why
Wolverine
they
poses,
do it
pretty
in
much.
nudes, like that way you can see.
Yeah,
form.
so you can see the figure really.
Yeah.
But so you get this stuff. You get look, guys, like flying poses, right? Like the Alex Ross stuff. Then you get some examples of how people use them in here. I'm just showing you this in case you ever come across it,
Looks
man.
like
It's
a guy who would have a YouTube channel who's like this dude is like,
But
I'm gonna show you how to pose.
This
it
shows
exactly.
you. This is showing you kind of like how people utilize this and then turn it into this, right? It's a good place to sometimes start if you're having issues with an angle and you don't have one of those like cool 3D models and stuff. But yeah, it shows like full like finished illustrations a little bit. But mostly 90% of this book is photographic and just showing you like different cool. I think I used this. I used one of these two for something before. Yeah, so you get to see that, and then. But anyways, yeah, it was a 3-book series, and the Ultimate Collection is all 3 books together.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you can find it. I recommend it, and it shouldn't be expensive, honestly. If you see someone flipping it for a lot, they're a bastard. It's not supposed to cost a whole lot of money.
I'm sure somebody would try, but yeah, I mean, we're artists / illustrators, and you got to show movement in some way. And if you draw it as a real thing, it has a flatness to it, and it is stiff. It's very stiff. And even the technical part can be there, and it can be perfect. But if it looks too stiff, you're just like, something's off. Like you feel uncomfortable. K-pop's back.
Dude, I've been thinking of selling this. I got this book right here, and it's going for like $400.
Sell it.
I feel like I should, man. It doesn't
it,
really.
coward.
Oh, here it is. So this is like an out of print Franklin Booth book.
Nice.
Dude, you know why I bought this? I bought this because Mark Silvestri told me it's what he has on his desk. I bought it years ago from a
Everything Mark
secondhand store.
Silvestri tells you to do.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
If he jumped off a bridge, that's the end.
Yes.
I would be
Yes.
holding his hand. Yes. Yeah. Look, this was personalized to Jared. Follow your dreams.
You're
Thank
not
you for
Jared.
Well, you can't sell it now.
Look at this.
Jared's in prison for diddling kids, man.
Thank you for your time in Dallas. Heritage is the best. His name is Duke Feller. Duke Feller.
That's a great comment that Jay says, and it reminds me of what Kelsey told me one time. He said, "The pencils lie. Don't believe them." And I was like, "Oh, that is so true." How many times you see these awesome pencils, and then someone inks it, and you go, ugh.
Yeah.
Photos are a lie too. Never trust a girl that only takes headshots.
Oh yeah. Never trust. Yeah, definitely. Or that streams from the shoulders up.
Yeah, shoulders up girls, they can have hips as wide as trucks.
Yeah, this got quite a bit of nice full pencil like rendering and stuff. But I don't have a whole lot of use for this book, you know? Like this right here is like straight. This is where Bernie was taking from, right? Like this stuff here.
Yeah.
With the etched look, like this stuff, like this is straight out of Frankenstein.
Yeah, he said that was his main influence. So
yeah. And everything in here though, it's pretty much like that. Like
I love that stuff. I wish I could
like
do
everything
that.
is very linear. You get a lot of line. You know what it is? It's line thickness. Really, it's just repetition. It's learning like where to place your lines and how to create shadows using just lines and no outlines and stuff.
But I also heard when he did that work, when he did the Frankenstein plates, some of those took him months to do. They weren't like, oh, I took 2 days and no, he worked on that for months.
I think this was.
Months.
I think most of this was probably Crowquill. There's a lot of lines where he did a double line, like where he repeats the line and then the next line he repeats it and then repeats it again. Yeah, you could see it. You could see where the lines separated, and a Crowquill won't do that. It's like a double.
And that's what I
twice.
That's what I told Ink. Yeah. Like you don't double up your lines. I tend to double up my lines.
You think Frazetta was looking at him, dude? Look at the colors that he uses.
Oh, look at that. He might have been.
I'm seeing Mobius in here too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this dude's been around.
So when is this guy? What era?
So
it was during when engravings were still being used to print books, because that's why he draws like that. he thought engravings were like real drawings, so he was copying engravings, and that's how he got that style.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Yes, Jason in the chat too.
Did he
Yeah,
die in
funny.
1800s?
Yeah, he was like really. It was back there ways, man.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
He died in 1948 when he was 74.
Jeez.
So
Whoa.
this stuff had to be in 1900s. 1900, yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
Yaki in the
1900s.
chat. What's going on,
Yeah.
Matt?
What's up, Matt?
I haven't seen
Yeah, this
Yaki in
stuff's cool.
forever.
Matt
It's good to see
Yaki covered the cover for the supplemental.
Yeah, he did.
But no, it's a fun book. I got some other. I don't have them out here. I was going to show Mike if I could find them, but they're not right here. I have a bunch of Illustrator books that I have been pulling out. Now I don't see where they're at.
I used
What an
to
opportunity.
I used to sit in my university library for hours and just go through Illustrator books. Just I love that.
Yeah.
Finding just crazy skills and stuff. They would all of those guys or gals.
It's good to see him.
I mean, them have they just lost their jobs to AI now, but man, they were skilled and doing cool stuff.
My the university that I go to, Mike, they have an entire section dedicated to Ghost Machine right now. It's really the
In the
only
library?
comics you can find. Yeah, they got all the Ghost Machine stuff. They have like I swear Jeff Johns made a deal with these universities, at least here in Arizona. They're going heavy with their stuff, like pushing it on students. It's really weird because
Ink,
the
you
Marvel
said-
stuff, they never did that.
You said something interesting earlier, which it's a great topic. That when artists want to make something look more gravitas, older, usually, they replicate the artifacts of what people did before. So, maybe you want to make a painting look old, they might paint in cracks, even though the cracks was just an artifact of the age, that wasn't there at the time. Or it could be anything, like with the there was people had to do illustrations a certain way because that was the limit of printing. The new one is the halftone pattern. People are using zip tone and halftone pattern because that was just printing, back in the day. You don't have to do that now, but it's funny how these things. I wonder what now people are doing that in 20, 30 years, people will replicate in a kind of Neo way. Oh, that looks so retro,
That looks so 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that could be. A coloring method, maybe?
Well,
because
it's weird that people now they'll see cross hatching and they're like, oh, it's 90s. And it's like, no, it's Barry Windsor Smith 1983. Like, it's not 90s. The 90s artists were huge fans of Barry Windsor Smith.
Well, and a lot of that does come from etchings. Like, it kind of does look like a crosshatch in a way. If you look at an etching, it's just lines and a repeated pattern. That's what a lot of that is. So it traces back further than what people think it does. They just associate it with that
1600s, man, 1400s.
Yeah.
I'll see a lot of people who are like self-trained and they try to avoid looking at too much other art because they don't want to be influenced by style. Like, they're trying to develop their own. And it's really weird how many of these artists that I meet that do that, their work looks just like Michael Zeck's. I know that sounds funny, but there's something about it's like the way that they imagine a comic should look. It's always Michael Zeck.
Well,
I would agree with that. I love Mike.
Well,
Zeck.
you know the way the way he feathers all of his blacks and everything fades out of black using that same feathering style. It's like they all.
And you were
emulate
talking
that
about
without knowing
inkers.
each other. It's weird.
Inkers messing up pencilers. Mike Zeck's pencils probably got messed up more than any other artist. His Secret Wars stuff just got destroyed. Like, the pencils for Secret Wars are so much better than that finished book.
They're
like a million times better.
insanely good. Yeah,
Insane.
they're crazy good.
Yeah. I
And
wish
that
he
inker
just did.
butchered them.
I wish he just did paintings. I wish he just painted his work like he did with those covers way back.
Yeah. Yeah, when I seen Secret Wars, I was like, this is the worst Zek stuff I've ever seen in my life. And then when I seen the pencils, I'm like, the inker jacked the whole book up. It's the worst inking job ever.
What do you think of I don't have it right here. What do you think of the Craven's Last Hunt? Because that's my favorite Spider-Man story. Like I have like 3 editions of that, like hardcovers.
The cover's dope.
I loved it when I read it. I don't remember exactly when it was. I went on a big bender just collecting any Spider-Man I could get my hands on from the 80s. I remember loving it at the time, but I wouldn't be able to tell you much about it. I remember thinking at the time that it was really different, and I was telling my friend about it who was reading G.I. Joe and Iron Man. I was trying to like, it's like this, and he's buried, and it was all just it sounded so different to what he was reading at the time, which was, you know, Go Joe. Whatever was going on in early 90s Iron Man, I can't even imagine.
No. The sweet spot for me with the Iron Man books was the Bob Layton run. I would say Iron Man
fantastic.
I would say like Iron Man like 185 up through like 235. That specific run, you had all the cool like the Iron Wars. You had the issues with like the Ghost. You had a bunch of fill-in issues too. You had like what's his name? Jackson Geis. He goes by 2 names. Jackson Geis and Butch Geis is the same artist, but
is it?
He changed his name at some point. Yeah, he would go by both.
This stuff is still probably my favorite Spider-Man stuff.
Oh, hold on. Nice. Oh yeah, look at that.
I've got this is what I read. I went and I ended up buying all the issues. They cost me a friggin' fortune. But yeah, I love this stuff.
Is that Buscema? Is that Buscema, or is it?
I think it is.
I can't tell.
Let's have a look.
Not Sal John. I think John Buscema was drawing some of those. I don't own a whole lot of Spideys before issue like 280.
Well, my brother was a Spider-Man collector,
I got a few.
so I didn't really.
Yeah,
I started doing Spider-Man in
they were expensive back in the day. Yeah, I remember the original Spider-Man run. I remember I was in 5th or 6th grade, and the first appearance of Kingpin and the first appearance of the Rhino, he had wrecked copies of those, and they were hundreds of dollars, dude. Like
Henry
on the
Bemis
wall.
says early Romita
It's
Jr.
Romita. It's Romita Jr.
That's what Bemis says.
Romita Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. It's back when he drew like his dad.
Yeah. There is.
I hated all of his stuff, including the X-Men stuff, until he went back to Spider-Man in like the 2000s when he drew that run. And then I was like, then I started liking his work, but I really hated his work up until then.
You liked it. You liked it when he was working with what's his name?
Jansen?
Oh, no. Yeah, Klaus Jensen. Well, Klaus Jensen inked him on the Daredevil books.
I don't know. I think his work, he just got tighter in on that run of Well, no, I liked him when he
Straczynski.
Did he do the issues? Yeah, Straczynski issues, and then he did that Thor run. Right? Was it before that or right out? That Thor run was freaking great.
I think Thor was after.
Right before. Was it after? Yeah.
I didn't like his story stuff. I like the stuff you don't like. I like the X-Men. I like the Uncanny X-Men, and I like the these guys.
I was just about to say, you know what I love about the Hobgoblin stretch is like Hobgoblin is actually trying to kill him the whole time.
Oh yeah, dude, Hobgoblin don't care.
Damage and everything.
Yeah,
it's really vicious. And I think it was like for me, this is really dangerous. And then I clicked forward, check out Peter in his crop top. And look at it.
Animal. He's an animal.
Nice.
Hey,
That's
you know,
before he
it
did
was
that.
time.
Started that squarish style though.
Hold on one
somebody,
second. Hold on, I
cosplayed
gotta
that.
bring in a fantastic human being.
Oh, is there one here?
Yaki, what's
Hey,
up,
guys.
man?
Yaki, dude.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. These are my favorite run of Ramita on the Daredevil books.
Oh yeah.
Klaus's inks on him were sick. The reason I got this collection though is I'm a huge '80s Rick Leonardi fan, and his fill-in issues are in here. So, but yeah, you get there's a bunch of crap in here too. And then you get the issue. This was drawn by Barry Windsor Smith.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
Yeah, this was a Barry Windsor Smith issue. It's weird, man. They didn't give him the cover.
Oh shoot.
That looks like Sal Buscema art right here. Yeah.
Look at the
He was
amount
one
of
of the.
on that.
He was either good or horrible, Sal Buscema. Like he was
What's up,
so
Billy?
up and down.
Billy in the chat.
Yeah, that's straight up Barry Windsor Smith right there. You tell him his noses and the lips. He always gives guys those the hot dog sucking lips. All right.
Yeah.
Where's this?
I always felt like
But he
Sal
draws it
was
well.
like, just like he was never consistent. Like one book he was really good, and the next book he
Right.
looked totally different artist. Even
I'm trying to find these
Yeah, I was
fill-ins
never
here.
a big fan back in the day.
This is Todd McFarlane's issue. Todd McFarlane drew a fill-in of Daredevil. This one. You got a Ramita Jr. cover.
I didn't know
Yes.
that he ever.
I
did
did
that.
not know that.
Look, it's Spawn, dude. Yeah, look.
Yeah,
Todd McFarlane, Al Miller
Wow.
is the inker. Yeah. It's the
I didn't
Christmas
know he
issue.
ever drew Daredevil. That's crazy.
Just one issue. So this one here, he swiped a bunch of panels
Interesting.
from Frank Miller's run.
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah,
that
the
is
buildings are swiped off Frank, and then the there's like a whole like some
Did people
flip.
know that at the time?
Probably
this is all Miller. This is all like Miller stuff from like earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at
I
that.
don't
No, I
think
bouncing
he
off
knows
the
that.
wire.
Daredevil?
This
You know
right here
Daredevil?
is a straight swipe from the Elektra run right here. It's like
Oh
it's
yeah.
like-
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
literally
It's
the
like,
same
it's
drawing.
all Daredevil. I mean, come on.
Right. Look at this little bastard. This little
Everyone
kid.
just straight up copied an Akira panel.
This is the only one that looks like Todd to me, this panel.
Oh, that
Yeah,
chicken.
so
I
I
think
think the
two
one with the
pages
Santa
back
Claus
looks like
looked
it.
like it.
Oh, the face.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I'm trying to find it. And then that's total Mary Jane right there. Trying to find
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Billy
Yeah,
wants
these
to
other
know,
issues
Shelby, how you feel about AI winning the Spawn contest.
I'm excited. KSSS was the winner of that.
Yeah, he was. I heard
KSSS
about it.
told
I was
me in my
watching your
chat, so I
chat.
believe him.
Yeah, I was watching when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said that.
Yeah, he said he was also the winner of the Spawn.
I lurk in your
contest.
Why
chat
would you
section.
enter with
congratulate
AI
you.
art, Shelby? You just weren't thinking, far ahead enough.
Yeah, I was a stupid artist and spent time on my piece. All four of my pieces.
Yeah, you
No,
did
I
them
just no, they were cool, man. It gives you, and like I tell people, I said it gave me a excuse to draw some like cool Spawn shit, and I mean they were basically sold before I drew them because people were excited about it, man. Like I had people hit me up like, "Hey, if you draw this, I'm gonna buy it." I was like, "All right." So I just drew it.
There was a
Yeah, you
lot
should-
of buzz around
It's-
that. Yeah.
It's
You
kind of
sold
like
all
a
of them,
commission,
didn't you?
but kind of not. Oh, these ones. Yeah, I sold all of them. These issues here are badass. So this is the Rick
Oh,
Leonardi
yeah.
ones. The two issues
Leonardi.
with Wolvie. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember buying those on the shelf off the rack.
Oh, that's page
Nice.
6.
Yeah, his stuff. A lot of people like his Spidey 2099 stuff. I hate it. I hate
Spider-Man 2099. Oh,
I
Yeah.
saw it the other day, just before. I was flicking through and I was like, oh, I remember this thing. I don't remember anything
This
about it.
stuff. Just the contours of this is so cool. You could see a lot of what Art Adams was pulling off him too from way back. I think Art took a lot off of Leonardi and Walt Simonson, like with energy bolts and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, so he did that one, and then this issue here.
Yeah, that's a great one.
This
yeah.
cover is sick. I'm gonna
Yeah.
homage this at some point. I really love this. It's so just
Yeah, it's
really
dynamic
cool,
with
man, and
that.
the
Yeah.
colors. Yeah. His Wolverine's not too bad. He did some fill-in issues of Uncanny X-Men too that are pretty nice. I like those. After
he
Fall
did.
Mutants.
I think I have them.
But yeah, man, this stuff's cool. And then like right at the end of this, oh, this fuck, they weren't even Warner. Look at this.
Was this back when little old ladies colored comic books? It looks like everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's all
It
two-tone.
was all just production work.
Yeah,
back
P.H. Martin's watercolors.
Pre Photoshop.
Yep.
Right. So, and then I think, oh yeah, so Romita Jr. comes in. I think the cover to this one I think is pretty sick. If this is the one I'm thinking, I think it is.
I remember that issue. Yeah. What was the cover to that?
I think it's him getting charged. I think.
Yeah, I remember these
Book's got a
issues.
lot
This
of
was like,
pages.
there it is.
Yeah, I don't
Post
have
it.
a lot of these. I'm
This
trying
was
to
like
get
the-
more Daredevils.
This was the
I don't think I
heyday
have
of when I
this
was,
one.
when I was buying comics as a fan.
I might
Yep.
have that one.
Yeah, dude, this is sick. I thought this was really cool just because of the use of like, just the way that he used like the hot spots on the outline, and then because this character is actually black, but because he's moving so fast, he really just showed you like the creases in the outfit, and then just everything is just linear, just hatching.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
Yeah, but the character is actually like full like black costume, I think. Yeah, he came in here. These ones are cool. And then he came on as a regular on these guys. I think that this one came out first. The Typhoid Mary books. These were sick.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
they-
remember those.
They pushed them, man. They were pushing these books hard. Marvel was.
Yeah.
I like the simplicity of like just the way he didn't over render stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of goofy, but
That's how he
And that's
works
what-
so fast.
And that's what I was telling Ink also. Is like
Look how
look at
big- look how
Mobius.
big he
It's not
looks.
over rendered. But
You know
it's
what?
so good.
It's like the Blob.
Yeah, a lot of this reminds me a lot of Dark Knight Returns. I think that's why I like it, because it's just so just stoic, man. Like this stuff's just very it like makes a statement. Every panel's a statement.
Yeah, his storytelling is amazing.
And see,
yeah, this stuff was
to me, this is what I think a lot of people, maybe starting out or even not, should be looking at stuff like this to draw from, to be inspired by it, rather than like. And I love the '90s, but it helps.
Yeah, that's the original. This is the recolor. I actually like the recolor more, to be honest.
Recolor
This
looks
is kinda-
better. Yeah.
I think 80s stuff looks good with current colors, but did not look good with like 94 to like 98 colors. I think we're kind of bad.
I know what you're saying.
But like current colors, they look nice with recolors now.
For me, I like black, when all the black and white books, I love them on newsprint. I think they look great on newsprint, black and white books anyway. Color book,
They
color
were
books.
printing on in the early 90s. Those colors, like the very early 90s, 91, 92.
I think
those colors still pop.
Yeah, they still,
Right.
yeah, they stand out, man.
Okay, and then this has Punisher books in it too. So this is the Will Spertaccio Scott Williams run
Oh,
in here.
yeah.
I have the Epic collections of all of Wils's run. There's 2 Epic collections that are kind of hard to find. I'm hoping they do an omnibus so I can just upgrade and sell those trades for these. But man, this stuff here, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can totally see what Jim Lee was pulling off Wills. I mean, like Jim Lee was kind of like he came up, was it like Carl Potts, right? And then he kind of came up with Scott Williams was kind of showing him a bunch of secrets, and then he also had a bunch of stuff that he pulled off Mignola. Jim Lee was roommates with Mignola for a hot minute, way back when he was starting on Alpha Flight. So he got to see Mignola drawing the Cosmic Odyssey books, I believe.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What do you have there, Yaki?
He was renting his couch, just like Robert Englund was.
What was that?
Robert Englund was telling me how Mark Hamill was renting his couch way back.
Tokyo Ghost
Oh yeah.
If you're anyone you don't know, Shelby,
picked up the full series on hardcover because it's just the coloring on this thing is beautiful, and I like the artwork.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghost.
Who's the colorist on that? Is it Hollingsworth?
Matt Hollingsworth. I love his stuff. He's really good. Here's some other stuff that I've been picking up.
Yeah, he does.
Didier Cassegrain. You ever seen his stuff?
No, I don't know what that is at all.
Oh man, French.
Did he do the Barbarian book? Is that the same?
He did the Red Nails Conan.
Oh, okay. I don't have the Red Nails Conan.
Let me see. There's some.
Look at that.
It's his colors. His colors are beautiful. His faces are. He draws everybody kind of the same. It's stylized. It's pretty cool. Let me find something that looks. Oh, here we go.
Do you know who he is, Bancroft? You seen his stuff?
I've seen this before, but I don't have it myself.
Yeah, so I bought. Where is it? Trapped on Sarkass.
I think maybe Kelsey showed some of this to me.
Probably.
Cow Bang, which is another one he did. I bought everything I could find of his. It's just
Cow Bang.
And there was this one,
Yo, cow bang!
Blackwater Lilies, which honestly it's all talking heads. I passed it up the first time I looked at it, just because it's all talking heads and it didn't look very story wise interesting, but it's just beautifully done. The colors are amazing. So I bought that, and then I found this one, which is in French, and it's actually it was a disappointment because it's entirely this muted gray and greens. It's beautiful. I mean, the artwork is beautiful. The storytelling is really fantastic.
I would like that in black and white.
Yeah, it'd be really cool in black and white. But the colors, it didn't have the vibrancy that some of his other stuff did.
Matt, they just released a brand new version of Slain the Horned God with newly scanned work. So they did a color.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
K-pop
cool.
is really liking this stuff.
Yeah, because this Conan, man, this thing was just incredibly beautiful.
Yeah, I gotta
to look at. Yeah, the color on this was it's fantastic, and I mean, I buy everything for color anyway. I barely
Matt,
read them.
have you seen the Mickey Mouse stuff coming out of France?
No, I haven't.
Let me go grab one. You won't even believe this.
Yeah. I'd like to see that.
And
then if you
really awesome.
Oh wait,
Frazetta,
This is
Frazetta has completely ripped off J. Allen St. John.
so
Find anything that Frazetta has done, any seminal piece of Frazetta work, you will find the equivalent J. Allen St. John piece. He was an older artist. That was like his big influence. And he just ripped them off. That's fantastic.
France put out the line art edition of the Tokyo Ghost, like the entire.
That's cool.
It's pretty much volume 1, I think.
I didn't
but it's
know
just
they
a
did
line
that.
art.
Yeah.
Dude, Sean
That's
Gordon
great.
Murphy, man. I don't care what you think about the guy, dude. His work is crazy, dude.
He's a beast. He's one of my favorites. And Matt Hollingsworth is one of my favorite colorists, and he always colors them. So it's like
he colors them really well. But dude,
does.
This would be intimidating as hell, dude. If I got pages for this to color, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
It's madness, dude. It's madness. Like all these effects.
No, it is.
Indestructible inks, man. Like, look at this panel art. That's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a French. So just look up Urban Comics. This is the same company that did that black and white Silvestri book I got, the Batman Deadly Duo.
Oh,
so
okay.
is this
They're kinda
only
hard to
available
find.
from France though?
You can check eBay. Sometimes Amazon will have a third party selling it.
I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, I want this.
Yeah, it's a badass book, man. I have all the trades. I actually look at this more than anything else. The only downer is, it's in French. So if you want to read it,
I don't care about that. I can't read them anyway.
Yeah. This
I
is the
don't read
closest we'll
anyway.
get to an artist. I mean, really, it's the closest you'll get to an artist edition on this book. I don't think the book is popular
TLDR.
enough to get it done.
TLDR.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
no, that's
man.
cool.
This stuff's so
Yeah.
cool.
That's dope.
No,
But
have you seen his
Jason,
Joe
look,
the Barbarian stuff too? Oh,
Sweater.
yeah, they actually have a black and white of that too.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay,
I didn't.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I didn't pick it up. I picked up this. And then that book he did with.
He needs for chumps.
Uh-oh,
Oh.
froze up.
He froze.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Space Girl needs a giant book too. Bancroft, did you find what you were looking for?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there he is. He's back. Oh, I see movement. Yeah, that's beautiful.
My back. Yeah, the Wake is the other black and white one that
Is there a hardcover of that, like a collected version of the Wake?
only of the black and white.
Okay, I've been looking for that.
Ah,
Ooh.
Yeah, just the
You
black
guys
and
see
white.
this? It was Sean Gordon Murphy's first crowdfunded.
yeah, plot holes. Yeah,
Kickstarter.
yeah. I got the
No,
artist.
no,
edition.
no. Under the Hood. It's a different
Oh,
one.
that's
This
Under
was
the
back.
Hood.
This was back in the 2010
Is it about
or
car
11.
racing?
There is a short story about car racing in there.
Oh, look at that.
So there's
I
a
like
bunch
the
of this
racing
stuff. Let's see.
I like the racing stripes just on like the outside of the book.
Yeah, no, it's bitchin', and it's Matt Hollingsworth colored the story, but it's got this. There's let me see. Do this. There's just a bunch of pinups and all kinds of stuff in it. Let's see if I can do it this way. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
K-pop.
Oh,
he did it as a Kickstarter through Essential Sequential, and
Right.
the tier that I backed was I got the book, it's signed, and then I got a preliminary sketch from one of his pieces. It turned out to be he did the cover to the Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess they redid the video game or something. So I got this preliminary. It's like 2 11x17s wide, and it's the preliminary
geez.
sketches that he did of the whole thing. Yeah, really bitching.
Did Bancroft? Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm trying
yeah.
to set up a camera
Oh, okay.
so that you
Dude,
can
your,
actually.
your offset
get the
print
full-
shirt is totally fucking with me.
All right,
Like at first
when
I
it's
thought
set
your
up,
camera
I'll
was,
show it.
I thought
3D.
your camera was blurry. Like at first I was like, oh shit, no, it's just
No, it is. It's
Oh,
switch.
yeah.
It's switch cameras. So
I'll just show. Whenever
me-
you
let
get
me
it set
see.
up, I'll show it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
this is
look at
this is
Oh.
the Wake. This is his
Yeah.
book he did with Snyder, The Wake. It's
Yeah.
El Resurgir, but The Wake. Yeah. So, but this is the only other one I got. I don't know what company this is. ECC.
that. Okay.
But it's also
Yeah, get in here,
It's
K-pop.
also French. Yeah, it's
Okay,
also
that's
French. I'll just kind of go through it,
Oh.
but it's
Oh.
it's a great. It's an. I mean, everything he
Bancroft
does in
setup.
black and white is ridiculous.
I used that
Yeah.
wop for my.
That shark.
Yeah,
that's the
I
down
want
way.
Oh,
the
look at that.
I want the line art
Discovery.
version, but I want the full color because Hollingsworth did just amazing stuff in the colors.
Oh.
Well, you're
Yeah,
a
I
color
never-
guy too, so.
Yeah.
I have not seen a hardcover of this in color.
Oh,
Yeah, me
I've only-
neither.
I have
me
a
neither.
trade. Yeah, my buddy Andy sent me the trade of it. I wasn't even aware of the book.
Oh,
Yeah, he sent me
Yeah,
the
I-
trade, and I was like,
I caught like the first 2 issues when they came out, and then I didn't follow up with it.
it's Creature from the Black Lagoon meets sci-fi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
It looks a bit like Canetti stuff. Some of it.
Yeah, I can see that.
the monsters do for sure. The monster did. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not the faces.
Not the faces though.
Yeah, you guys should look up Joe the Barbarian. That's I think some of his
Yeah.
strongest work, honestly.
Yeah, Punk Rock Jesus was good too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the stuff
I can't
that-
read mine. I got all mine graded.
the stuff Bancroft sent
Oh.
on the show is so mind blowing. Like I'm actually glad that he's bringing this out because Plagal showed me this stuff. It's like this whole series that they're doing in France where it's Mickey crossed over with like great literary works. So there's like this one right here where it's like this It's almost
The Lost Ocean.
Swiss Family Robinson, like Jungle
Everything
one.
about
Yeah,
it.
and then there's like a Moby Dick one. But yeah, this stuff is like just mind blowing. Like, fuck.
Nice. Wow.
You believe that?
So who is the artist that did this?
So this, I think the artist is Italian, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Italian. Silvio Camboni. And then the colors by Gaspard Ivan. It's
say the colorist?
Look at that water, man. Oh my god,
that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And it's like it just keeps going. And this is a big, thick book. I mean, it just keeps going and going.
How many are there of this? Is this just?
I think there's like 3.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think there's 3. A new one just came out. This is the first one. This is the only one I've got. Look at this page.
Wow.
Like
this reminds me of old school Disney.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is what they could do when they actually
Oh god, that page right there. Dude.
license it to people who care.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Dan showed me this just on a whim one day, and I was like, wait, go back to that book? Like,
yeah.
He's like, oh,
It's
you like
nuts.
this?
Look at down here.
So what book is this, Bancroft?
So this is Mickey and the Lost Ocean. I don't know if it's in English. I've got it in French.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the French edition.
Company here, Glenat.
Glenat, yeah.
Yeah, there's that one. Isn't there Moby Dick? And then there's one other one. Like I said, it's like they're taking a bunch of like classic literary works and then smashing them together with Disney and then making this like crazy artwork.
Yeah, I need to get that.
Seriously unbelievable. Really. Every time I look at it, I can't fathom because each panel is like this little panel here is like a beautiful painting, and it's just one panel in this thick book of
that's beautiful.
and it's all
I love
different,
that.
you know. Look at this.
I gotta find that.
Yeah, this free. Get them.
Well, and I've brought this up before. If you're keen to read them, you can use Google Lens, and it will on the fly right through your phone translate the bubbles, so that like you actually end up reading the comic through like the viewport on your screen. But you just point your phone at it, and with Google Lens it auto translates every single balloon, and all of a sudden like in the balloons you can see the proper English text. It's kind of neat.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was cool.
What was that called again? What was
Google
the title
Lens.
of that? No, the book.
No, the book.
Mickey something?
So it's Mickey. Hang on, I'll hold it up.
I'm just gonna go back and watch the last part of this stream pretty much to find all these.
Something.
Yeah.
The ocean.
El Ocean Purdue.
L'Ocean
E.T. So E.T. L'Océan Perdu. Like
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
he's got the French missus, so he knows how to say it right.
Yeah. Ooh, there we go. $33 on Amazon. Yeah. Purchased.
Karl Barks was a classic.
I wish I could. I mean, if you look at, I mean, obviously it's put out by that publisher.
Yeah.
But there are. I thought there was 5 of them, but maybe Michael's right. There's only 3.
There could be more. I don't know. I knew of 3. There could be more by now.
Because Plagle showed me a bunch of them one day when we were hanging out, and I was just like, "This is fucking crazy."
Plagle should be here right now. Some bull crap.
He's
I know he's in pain, but he should be
a little laid up, I think. Yeah. Oh, there's another one.
We miss you, Plagle, and we love you.
Yes.
Wow. Yaki's all, yes.
Yes, we do. It's good to see Yaki. I haven't seen Yaki in forever.
Yeah, I haven't been on in a while. Well, I don't get home. I don't get home until midnight.
I usually don't stream after. Well, I mean that's a lie. I most of my impromptu streams are usually late. Like they're just like I stream late sometimes.
Oh, are they? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think you're in Jonestown. So, I always.
Yeah. I am.
Yeah. Always more than
one. Yeah. I get home around midnight and then get some food and goof off a little bit and then go to sleep. So
I like the goofing off.
Some goofing.
I like the eating and going to sleep part.
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah, it's
I'm
always
surprised.
good.
I'm surprised Billy's
I
here.
fell asleep on the couch 2 times today, so I've already slept like 9 hours.
Oh, jeez.
I got yelled at. I woke up and got yelled at.
Get to work.
She goes, "Are you sleeping?" I was like, "No, my eyeball hurts." I was absolutely sleeping. Well, because I was supposed to take care of something, my daughter, and I didn't. So
Oops.
I did too, K-pop. I stayed home and sleep over.
this is a cool
Yeah.
book. I was gonna show you this one, Mike.
Show more.
This Art of Bob Peak. It's a Japanese publication. I don't know if they make it any other
Peak
language.
is great. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of stuff in here that like people like David Mack and Bill Sienkiewicz take from.
Wayshak, I think, likes Peak too. Yeah.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Ooh, Wayshak. Wayshak is awesome. I just colored a story of his.
What?
Nice.
Yeah,
But
he
this
did,
is like
he
one
did
of
a
those-
short story for Verotic.
Oh, I need to know the title of that so I can buy it.
It was the one
I
that
would
just came
say-
out. What? Oh, the Art of Bob.
I was just gonna say, Bob Peak, Franklin Booth, and I would say probably like Norman Rockwell. I feel like those 3 have like a huge influence on like modern comic artists, like top tier artists.
Damn, K-pop.
Rockwell. I mean, like
I don't know of anyone else. I know Yaki had mentioned someone that Frazetta was looking at for a bit, but
J. Allen St. John. If you
Yeah.
check his stuff out, you will see that was like Frazetta's main influence. And when you
Mhm.
look at anything he did, and then look at Frazetta, and he literally swiped him.
Right. But like illustrators like this, you see people like Phil Noto,
Yeah.
right? Like they pull from stuff like this.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Where it has that very almost like flats, but you
What
use
year?
your hot spots in your
Okay.
What years is this? Is this like 60s stuff? Kind of has a 60s
yeah, it's all
vibe.
60s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
all
like it's in the
60s.
60s, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of yellow. Yeah, a lot of yellow and green.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me find some of his illustration stuff because some of his stuff's kind of goofy. Yeah, some of the I don't really care for a lot of his like
What's up,
he started
dude?
doing stuff like with like ink, like almost sumi brush, and then he'd bring like pastels over it. I thought it was kind of
Yeah.
weird.
There's a little Sienkiewicz out of that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, like this kind of stuff. Like this right here screams like Sienkiewicz's big numbers, right? That feels like the big number, a panel out of that or something.
Oh yeah.
That book he did with Alan Moore.
Oh, I
Yeah,
haven't seen that one. Alan Moore.
Yeah,
Big Numbers?
Yeah, it's called Big Numbers. There's 2 issues. It's something out of it. It feels like it's out of like the Vertigo library. It's not exciting. It's a nice illustrated book.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, I have 2 issues of it, and they're like a magazine. They're oversized. They're like magazine sized, but there's
Yeah.
Oh no, the ducks ended.
Losing him.
Oh, I thought
It's $33.
No, the ducks are still. Oh, Billy doesn't like the ducks.
No, I'm good with the ducks.
no ducks.
Ducks is
Am I
fine.
back yet?
You're
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so back when he did advertising for like cigarettes for magazines, for like Playboy Mag and all that. He did a lot of poster stuff too. Fun.
Yeah,
he
I
has a lot of cigarettes.
recognize some of that stuff.
This stuff is weird because this doesn't represent his style to me, but it's still good. It's just different. Like this.
It's the time that screams like late 60s, early 70s.
Right.
Something fierce.
This is very Sienkiewicz too.
Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah, and then this right here has got a lot of
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh god, that
What's
left
up,
page
bird?
is nice.
For your help.
Yeah, this stuff I don't care for. I honestly don't like this. Coffee stain paintings or whatever the hell they call them. I'm not a fan of that stuff. That's pretty dope. That's me. That's me with every girl ever. Hey, come on, sweet.
I swear,
That's kinda
it'll be
cool.
fine. No one's gonna know.
Right?
Crumb.
I'll have you back by 5.
Courtney wants to know our opinion on Chrome.
I think he did posters for like was it Red Dawn or something? He did some movie poster stuff too.
There's some Robert McGinnis in that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is really dope.
Alright.
Yeah, illustrate. They don't really teach us kind of illustration anymore, man. They just.
I gotta. take my
Excalibur.
medicine. Ink
Here we
spots
go.
are in charge.
Oh, Excalibur. He did that piece.
Yeah, he did the poster. Look at all the prelims. He has all the prelim paintings for it too.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and then he did some stuff for. You got some like war stuff here. It's pretty cool. He did some stuff for. I think the Star Trek movies.
Oh,
and they always
yeah,
have this they always have this airbrushy, crisscrossy thing that
there were some posters for those early Star Trek films that looked just like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For anyone that doesn't know, yes. If you ever look at a stoplight and you see this kind of effect, it means you have astigmatism. Just so you guys know.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually like the memes that they make now, like me driving at night, and it just shows like those everywhere.
Man, I've got that now.
Yeah,
I've got that now. It's hell.
I thought that's just normal.
No, it's astigmatism. Yeah.
Sadly, no.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like for me, like driving on an average street at nighttime. I fucking hate
it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, you're slowing down there. Again.
I'm still not wearing glasses.
Really?
Yeah, it's literally like
I had them. They got wrecked, so I just like, oh well, not wearing.
Yeah, that's the poster there. This is pretty cool. I like this piece a lot. It's got a lot of. He's on top of the horse, going at him. Just a lot of energy in these lines. He was loving that airbrush. Yeah, and then this stuff is for. I can't read Japanese. I don't know what it's for. It looks like Sinatra. Oh, he did the poster to The Wiz.
The Wiz. Oh, yeah.
Way back. Michael Jackson.
Wow.
What on earth?
Yeah, he did. I don't know what these are like. Just weird illustrations. Yeah, here's some of the Star Trek stuff. So he did these posters.
Yep.
With the rainbow kind of effects to them. There's Khan.
Yep.
Wrath the Khan. Yeah.
I did a parody. I did a parody of that. Wrath of Khan.
Oh, the Khan poster.
Yeah, I call it Wrath of Marx or something like that.
This is dope. I really like this Spock face here with the colors coming out. Yeah, this guy. I feel like he's a really good inspiration if you like working with like color diffusion. He's a good artist to look at of like what colors work good against each other and like different effects. Yeah, that's some of this stuff is more like I don't know, man. It's just it looks cool, but I don't know the subject matter. Oh, he did the poster to Rollerball. You see that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rollerball. Yeah, a lot of Hollywood work. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then he does this kind of stuff, and I'm like, meh, I could do without it.
That's so 70s. That's just screams 70s.
Right.
I love it.
This is what I'm really passionate about. I just do the good movie posters, pay the bills, but
those ones that you said that you're not into, that reminds me of like 70s Pink Panther animation stuff.
Yeah.
So it looks like he was doing
my real art. And you're like, oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
These are all he did like the so these are LP covers.
Yeah,
he did LP covers. Yeah. Different movies.
I remember hair.
These weird car illustrations. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is just. I had tube socks with these color patterns when I was like 4.
Yeah.
With these same color patterns, orange next to green with giant blue stripes. Oh, yeah. I don't know what these are. I guess they're photos that he used of these concept cars. These are pretty sick.
Yeah,
that's just him showing off his car collection.
His girlfriend collection. He's like
his girlfriend collection.
Look, hey, this guy could look how old he is. He could pull some tail, dude. Look at this guy.
Oh yeah.
He did when love was free.
Oh man, I missed that.
Come model for me.
Yeah, so this stuff's
model
this stuff's
for it.
wacky. I don't know.
That works. That works.
You think he just broke? He's like, I'm sick and tired of perfection. I'm just gonna draw like this. He's like, I'm just gonna get messy.
Yeah.
Look at this one. This is weird.
Oh, that is weird.
Maybe he decided to paint with his other hand.
Maybe he's trying to tell us something. It was the darkness.
Some Rod Carew painting. I've never seen this in print on anything. It's a cool painting.
Is that Rod Carew?
I think it's Rod Carew. Looks like him.
Yeah.
His face
I knew
does.
his daughter. I knew his daughter, the one that passed away.
Oh, really?
She was a freshman in high school when I was a senior in high school, and we went to the same school. She sat next to me in what was that class? That was drafting. My drafting class.
Oh, nice draft. Yeah.
Look at this shit. He did Time magazine paintings
Oh yeah.
for covers. He did.
Yeah.
Sylvester
There's some-
Stallone as an Arab.
I don't know. That was some world leader back then. I don't know who. Yeah, it does look like him. Yeah, so it looks like he was painting some covers for these magazines. And then
Yeah.
presidents.
Dawkins cosplaying as Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando as Gandalf.
Look at that Ronald Reagan painting, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. TV guide.
Got to look at Ronald Reagan before you figure out what soap opera you're gonna watch. Look at this. He did a Madonna painting. That's actually pretty cool.
Oh,
Like that
yeah.
one. It's got an Elvis piece.
Elvis. Ooh.
Yeah.
Sinatra. Oh,
I
Mark
think
and
this
Mindy.
is Mork and Mindy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think it's
is.
Mork and
Oh,
Mindy.
that's great.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, that's cool.
These are pretty sick too. These remind me a little bit of
John J. Muth.
yeah, but you know, well, I was gonna say Ashley Wood, but you know when Ash Wood sometimes
Yeah.
does these sorts of like figure
And
studies.
Sienkiewicz. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot of weight. Yeah. they're
Love
fun.
Ashley Wood.
She loves you too, Billy.
Yeah. This
Nice.
book. So this is a Japanese only book, but I got it off American
Oh.
Amazon. Just I got it off regular Amazon. I didn't get it from the Japanese site or nothing.
Hey, what's up, Angela?
Okay.
Ashley
Oh,
Wood's Metal Gear Solid might be the greatest comic
Yeah.
book from video game book ever made. Like in my opinion, like a comic book based off a video game franchise. Like that book is just
Yeah, I got
So
both of
fucking
those. I
good.
got both of those. I really wanted the there's a hardcover omnibus, but it's like $1,000, Billy. It's super expensive.
Yikes.
I have the soft
I got the
cover
floppies.
omnibus.
Dude, the what on the bus?
Which one? There's two. Does it have a silver or a gold logo? The silver logo I think is complete. The gold one I think is part 1 of 2.
This one.
Which book?
This is a blue light.
The Metal Gear Solid books that IDW did with
Oh.
Ash on art. Yeah, I think
Gotcha.
that one. Oh no, that one might be complete. Does it have both series in it?
Yeah.
Does it have
Yeah.
both?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did an embossed version. They did some hardcovers, but I think the silver one is like that one, and the gold one is a 2-parter, and it's really hard to find the second part. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I remember
Yeah,
seeing it in game in the PlayStation Portable version. They had part 2, I think, was in. They had caps of it, like they used it for the storytelling, and I was just like, oh, I fucking love this. And then I found out it was actually like from a book. And I just had to have it.
Yeah.
Everybody go
I
back
got a
Frog
bunch-
G. That's why we're here. Back Frog G and Indiegogo today. That's
Yeah.
right.
I got a
Holy
bunch of
just-
his. I got a bunch of his like random pop
We got-
books too.
We have Yaki colored this. Look at that.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There you go. And you also have a Shelby Robertson, Billy Basco colored this. Look at that. You got Dan Plagle. And you got Shelby. He did this trading card down here. Way down here, you can see Shelby's work. Right
Am I the
there.
only one who hasn't worked on this book?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
That's why we didn't make any money.
Still waiting for the
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm
No,
gonna
you
start
guys were the
calling-
canary in the coal mine, remember?
That's right. We were.
You were the first.
We're the canary. We're the frog in the coal mine.
The frog in the coal mine. I don't know if their dry bodies can take all that carbon. Dry.
I can't review this. Yeah, we had a lot of people working on that campaign. Murderer's Row of Talent.
Murderer's Row.
Murderer's
true.
Row.
It's true.
It's true. Hockey's missing too. Where's Hockey? He should be in here.
He's out of town. He's out of town right now, I think.
Oh, that's right. He's out of town.
They have towns in Australia?
Dude, his latest video was freaking hilarious. Like
they're not provinces.
He did the 1 minute, 10 minute, 100 minute challenge for Iron Man.
Yeah, it was
And
really good.
At the end of the video, like,
Don't spoil it. No. People got to go watch it.
oh,
Oh, dude, no, that's funny. I saw that.
Dude,
Yeah, that was funny. Everybody go
that's
watch Hockey's newest video. It's so good.
I didn't know what he was. I didn't know what he was gonna do. Like when they got to the refrigerator, and I was like, "Oh, that's cute." His kiddo drew a picture for him.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
That was so good.
That was hilarious. So good. So nice.
Yeah, everybody go subscribe to Ad Hoc Art on YouTube. He's putting out videos once a week, and he's killing it.
I want to see Bancroft do that to one of Clark's pieces.
Oh no, you don't.
What is he doing?
Oh, I don't want anybody to spoil the video.
Oh no, you.
Okay, Billy, I know you're dying.
I'm dying.
It's killing you.
He finishes the 100-minute challenge, and it's a great picture that he drew of Iron Man. And then he like switches cameras, so it's like he's like working at his table, and you see him pick it up, and he actually like walks with his phone out of his little like what you have cottage, like through his yard, into his house, into his kitchen.
Yeah.
He gets to the refrigerator, and there's this cute picture that like his kiddo drew him, where it says "Mom and Dad, I love you," and like in front of like a house or whatever. And he just tears the fuck out of it off the refrigerator.
He throws it to the ground and puts his drawing up.
And then takes the magnet and puts the drawing up on the fridge.
It's so good.
Oh,
I was cracking up, man.
Currently on our
that was
fridge,
funny.
we have a reproduction of the Friskies cat food packaging that Clark decided to draw. So
okay.
it's just like, imagine cat food packaging as a drawing. That's what we've got on the fridge at the moment. You know,
So,
whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Get this
going.
off.
He's gonna be like the guy that we were just looking at. He's gonna start doing crazy commercial art and then hanging out with women in race cars.
Hopefully.
That's the dream.
Here, I don't know what's going on down
Who
here.
doesn't want to do that?
I know. I know that's what I always dreamed of when I was a kid.
What? Hanging out with a murderer's row of talent on YouTube?
Yeah.
Let me know when it happens.
Yep. And the race car part.
Yep.
My mom dated a race car driver after my dad passed away for a while, so I was like really obsessed with like wanting to become also a professional race car driver at one point.
You have to be in serious shape for that usually, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was in serious shape once. Remember, I went to war.
Psh, whatever. I fought for the military. Whatever, braggart.
You try. I see you trying to tear me down there.
I like how most people say thank you for your service, and I just make fun of you for
You
it.
need to be in shape. Yeah, I mean, I was.
Yeah,
at
well,
one point.
because you're not in shape anymore.
I had a shape to me at one point.
At one point, now it's round.
Yeah, no, it's kind of.
My friend called my body type Ninja Turtle.
Oh,
I just tell people, yeah, I got a dad bod. I mean, you can tell I work out, but I also you can tell I eat a lot of crap. So I got a dad bod.
That would make sense. I'm a dad.
Say I draw
Alright.
a comic. What do you want from me?
Yeah, what do you want from me? I don't have time to be in the gym for 4 hours a day every day.
this was the book that had the Wayshack story in it.
Oh, hold on. Where are you? I need to find you. There, you're right there.
There we go. Okay.
What is it? Nerok? Nero?
No,
Neurotic.
Oh, neurotic. Okay.
It's the newest one, newest issue. All right. Wait.
Is that magazine size?
No. This. No. It's comic
No,
size.
it's comic size.
That's page 1.
So good.
Hold on, let me.
Ooh.
I remember him posting those inks on Facebook.
Did he post these?
Well, I saw some of the inks in progress on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did it's like 8 pages or something. I don't know if he's gonna do more. Hopefully,
It's called Verotic.
Yeah, Verotic 30th anniversary book. It's the newest
Okay,
issue.
I'll have to probably get it on like eBay or Amazon or something.
Yeah, he sells them on eBay.
Angela Curry has a request for you in the chat there, Jason.
This one?
Yeah.
What does it say?
It says, can you guys do this every Friday? No pressure.
No.
Okay, there you go.
Well, maybe.
Well, she did say no pressure. I mean,
Yeah. The answer is no.
Trying to think what else I've gotten recently. I bought a bunch of stuff.
Oh, dude, I got a bunch of stuff recently, but
Got
it's all regular stuff that everybody has.
Yeah, wanting as well.
Well, this is what I love.
I have a job now.
Oh yeah, I got that Weapon X. It's still bagged, dude. It's still sealed.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I've been
never opened.
I've just been jonesing for
well, this is
Barry
the great
Windsor
thing.
Smith art.
This is the great thing to see for us, those fans out there that are just like, oh, there's nothing good coming out. And it's just like, well, you haven't been to the bookstore lately, then.
Well, there's nothing. And then I picked up, Machine Man 1 through 4, just because.
Yeah.
You know.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all good.
That's cool.
Barry Windsor Smith, man. I don't know if there's a one of the artist editions that has a bunch of his stuff or not.
I'm not familiar with that title, Machine Man. What year did that come out?
This was like 80s. Yeah, 80s,
yeah.
Some sort of. So 4 issues.
I mean, is it more superhero or more kind of cyberpunky?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't read them.
The answer is yes. I mean, it's Machine Man. It's a man who made a machine parts. It's kind of cyber type thing.
Yeah.
And it's comic, but it's still superhero oriented.
Yeah, I haven't read these, and I saw them. Years ago. But
I think Plago has the first appearance of Machine Man.
He probably does. He's got everything.
He's got everything.
Yaki, if you have the trade paperback it's the Iron Man 2020 trade. I bought that because I'm a huge Butch Jackson Geist fan. Like, I really love his work, and that's the only collected version I know that has that Spider-Man annual number 20 in it, right? The one with the Iron Man 2020 in it.
Okay.
So they put out this trade that has that, and then it also has all 4 of those Machine Mans in it. And then it has a bunch of weird stuff from it's got some 02 to 05 Iron Man weirdness, like with just weird art, just bad colors.
The important thing for me with Barry Windsor Smith is getting the original printings of it, because he colors all his own stuff, and he knew the coloring for newsprint so well that it's just beautiful the way it was done. And the new prints somebody went in and actually they recolored all of this old stuff to look like the old stuff, but it's not, because if you look at it, it's not the same.
What is that? What is that you're showing there, Bancroft?
Yeah, what is that?
Aquila. By
Aquila, yeah.
Aardvark.
Oh.
And that was the one. Remember, he had it. It was up in black and white, and it looked amazing. This is the Dean James variant. So remember, Dean did that.
Yeah.
Traditional cover. This is the other one. This is the main
Yeah, that looks
I haven't read it
Yeah.
yet, but the art looks friggin' dope. It reminds me a little of Death Swan. If anyone ended up getting that one, it's like really rich, kind of dark,
that Kanan's
vibrant.
book?
What's that?
Death Sworn. What? Oh no, that's
That was Carlo Rose.
Col-
It took like 5 years to come out or something, but it was pretty awesome. I didn't read it either, but
He's
the
still
art.
fulfilling that because I know I backed that book. Is
Yeah.
it still-
I reckon he's
Okay.
fulfilling it on his own dime. Sort of. By himself.
Right.
I should actually read that one. That I think people would.
No, because I remember getting the update that like books were going out, and
Well, the money can't be there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not possible. So I guess he's just he's probably got a job and he's just sending whatever he can whenever he can.
right.
I don't know why I got mine first. Maybe because I was out there saying this book is never getting delivered.
Yeah, a lot of, I remember like seeing the campaign page for that, and I was like, man, all these dudes have a lot of armpit hair.
The art is crazy.
It's a lot
Armpit
of,
hair
like,
notwithstanding,
There we go.
I don't know. I mean, that's not what I've noticed, but yeah, and
Games
like
you all
he.
like.
Well, I mean, I think he redrew it like 3 times or something. That's the rumor anyway. So, I guess don't do that.
yeah.
Plagle. Love you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. He's listening.
Yes,
He's listening.
he is
Yeah.
listening.
I've tried to call him the last couple days, but he hasn't picked up. And,
I text him,
and then
I
and then
usually
he,
just
and then
text
he
him.
and then he texts me back, and he's just like, just not feeling good right now.
Yeah,
We'll talk.
I
to you
text
soon.
him. That's why I text him, because he may not want to call and talk, because if he's in pain, you don't want to talk on the phone. And if I
Right.
text him, at least it gives him time. He could just respond when he's able to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We've been both like. I mean, I've been texting him, and then I tried calling him like around the.
Yeah,
late
no,
morning
yeah.
time.
Everybody, Plagle is in recovery. He's a champ. He's a champ. Needless to say, so send your
Yes.
good thoughts to Plagle.
Yeah.
I think he's
Good thoughts
just
and
playing
love.
up this whole dying of cancer thing. I mean, come
Oh,
on.
jeez.
Come on, Plagle.
Come on.
Collecting the insurance money.
Yeah,
Right.
it's all scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish.
Going through immense pain, having his insides on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
God.
pretty funny when he's like, so if you ever think about putting your insides on your outsides, I would highly suggest against it. Good to know.
Yes.
We won't be going too much longer here. Streaming for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Speaking of, not necessarily armpit hair, but I saw something on Twitter the other day that I thought was kind of funny. And it was Ridley Scott recounting shooting the Alien movie and the scene where Ridley is getting into her pod and she's just in the little t-shirt and panties and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said she refused to pull up her panties or shave. So they had to pay someone to go through frame by frame and airbrush out her minge hair, as he put it.
No! You just ruined it for me.
Oh, no.
God.
I'm like, ooh.
I'm just
Really?
going for authenticity.
And I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of into it more. That's I like the sound of that.
Minge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chat got a kick out of that one.
Yeah, they don't have Naren space.
Yeah.
But they
She's
should. But they
She's
should.
playing it.
He was working
She's
on
playing
it.
it.
It was like, well, I mean, it was like $25,000 just for that one small little scene in, like, whatever 1979 money or whatever, So like that person paid in a good contract for like, and it had to obviously have good airbrush skills to go in, on 70 millimeter
You got
frame
a
by
BB
frame
double, Jay.
to airbrush out.
They need
the minge
they need
hair.
a cut. They need a cut where like they're launching, like they're taking off into space, and then like some like assistant is late to the launch pad with her like care package of all her like shaving needs and
Well, how low
hair-
her panties were on her
hair
hips
product.
too. I'm glad that he pointed it out too, because like obviously there must have been some contention. He's like, she refused to pull up her panties.
I remember them being a bit distracting.
They were extremely distracting.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I was very upset about how distracting they were. Took away from the whole movie.
Nobody wants to see that.
Who wants to see that?
I just keep picturing her with like racing stripes, like right down the insides of her thighs.
Racing stripes. She got a random. No, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
terrible! I don't want to think about it, but I can't help it.
Yep.
That's in your mind.
Smelling like an H.R. Geiger hive.
Oh, I don't even. I'm not even using those.
Ridley was
sentences.
just
I
happy
refuse.
that it wasn't Demi Moore who was cast in that role, because that wouldn't have been an impossible task. If you guys remember that photo.
I don't.
know?
Mm-mm.
I don't
Oh
remember
man,
the
there's a
photo.
photo floating around where it's like she's got a baby wombat on her crotch.
Ooh,
Oh wow,
baby wombat, you say?
that's true K-pop. That is.
Billy
the
wants
best
to
thing
hack
I've
through that jungle.
It would have been an impossible task to airbrush all of that out. That's all I'm saying.
I'd be up for it. I'm up for that challenge. I'm pretty good with an airbrush.
So I don't know if it's clickbait or not, but I saw something with Kristen Stewart that she's claiming that she's not washing herself now in protest.
Oh,
or
I heard
something,
about
and I was
that.
like, yeah, it was really bizarre. I was like, specifically like downstairs.
like it.
I was like, what? Like, why would you not? What? Who are you
That's-
proving wrong by not what?
Yeah. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me. It only hurts her and people that know her.
Well,
And
it's
that's
it's
she
such a
hates them.
Her
weird
and her
such a
undies, man. Them undies
such a
just
weird-
burn, man.
transition though too that goes through, because like when she cut like her hair off and she kind of had that like shaved head like punk look where it was like long on top where she looked
Oh
like
yeah,
she-
Bancroft, you showed me that.
yeah, she looked really
Yeah.
cute, and then it's like
What?
and then you hear a couple months later it's like, oh well, now she's like,
I don't think
well
so.
dude, I like girls with punk rock haircuts, it's from like my era.
I do too, but she didn't look good. She didn't look good.
Well, maybe the ones I saw were different than the ones that you saw. There was a
Oh,
moment
sorry for-
there
no,
where that haircut.
Give it.
Oh.
Sorry for
Good.
interrupting, though, Billy. Go ahead.
No,
Her
no,
with short hair. You mean
Yeah,
that short haircut?
yeah,
That's
cute.
like a.
No,
That's,
no,
that's
she was
No.
playing Joan Jett back in the day, and that's I think where it all kind of started.
Mhm.
And then she's had shaved hair, but now she's going for a kind of junky look.
Yeah, that's what Bancroft showed me. Which I normally don't mind, but she does not pull it off at all.
You know who I thought looked kind of cool, but it was totally a boy's haircut. Is what's her name in Interstellar? I thought she looked pretty cool in it, but like the more I looked at it, I was like, that's the same hairstyle I had in 7th grade. I kind of dig it, but it is a boy's cut for sure. Yeah,
Interstellar. Who is it? Who was in
Interstellar. The girl that played in Nolan's Batman, she was Catwoman. What's her name?
Oh,
I don't remember.
Anne Hathaway.
Hathaway.
That's it.
Yeah, Hathaway. Yeah,
Oh,
Anne Hathaway.
okay.
She's in it. She's the main
Yeah,
guy
her
behind.
hair looked cute in that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to get really depressed, watch Interstellar. Yeah, that movie messed me up, man. I was like,
It took me 2 weeks to get over that.
Yeah,
And
especially if you're a
you've got-
dad. Yeah.
Especially if you're a dad with a daughter, like
Yes.
it took me a
Yeah.
long
Is
time
that
to
the
get
one
Yes,
with all right? What Beth? With
Yes.
him?
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
getting old boy vibes here, or what's going on? I haven't seen
Yeah,
this
it's
movie.
very boyish.
Interstellar.
I didn't-
It's not like that. No, it's
Okay. Okay. Good.
no. It's the whole thing. Like I don't know how to say it without ruining it,
Well,
Matt.
it's the writing trope of having to let go of your children and then moving on to be their own
There-
person kind of thing.
Matt, there's a
Oh,
part
yeah.
there's a part where, because where they are in space, people on Earth aren't sure whether or not they can get the messages, and decades gone by, there's a problem that happens where they're on a planet.
Yeah,
Every
gravitational
hour,
pull.
every hour they're there, isn't it? They lose 10 years on Earth because of the way
Yes.
the time works.
Yeah, the time dilation.
Something happens where they
Okay.
get stuck there for a while, so like decades go by.
Yeah,
so
and
they're
they're only
aging.
on the planet for like a couple hours.
You're like
Yeah,
on the
they're
only
there to
person.
pick somebody
So-
up and they bounce, but it's
so
like their
they're-
whole lifetime just flies away.
Yeah. I feel like my mom and I are the only people that hated Interstellar.
I love that.
No,
movie
dude,
so much.
Christopher
No,
Nolan's
I really liked
He's
it.
like, hey, you're a parent. Hey, nice heart you got there. And he just puts his hand in your chest and pulls it and takes it out and shows it to you.
Eh,
He's like, hey,
Okay.
how do you
I
like that? Huh?
guess. If you're a coward.
No, man, that movie.
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling
haven't
you, man, that
seen
movie
it.
messed
And
me
I
up, dude.
probably never will. But
Well, and it's got to, I mean, you know, because he likes to shoot so much stuff in camera. Like, all the space stuff looks really great because it's, like, really low on the CG end. Like, they just use, like, mirrors and
reverse old
warping
boy.
and stuff to, like, make, you know, black holes look like they're, like, bending space-time and stuff like that. It's a really strikingly beautiful movie, like, from a visual standpoint, too.
That's cool.
It's up there. It's up there with 2001 for
Yeah.
me as far as like
sure.
the colors and the filmography of it was like
that'll get
very. It was very, very well done. Very well done. But the story, like I said, man, it's
bummer.
messed up.
It
Yeah, it's
ain't.
messed up.
No, it's not. Whatever.
That's not a happy ending, dude. Because
I never said it was, but it's not that
There's no
bad
part of
either,
me-
though. It's not that terrible.
It's a bittersweet.
No, it's
I've
just
seen
bitter.
way worse endings to movies and to
It's
real life.
like-
it's
Okay,
bitter, yes.
it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
So it's like what happened to Ripley in Aliens, that the whole part that they cut out, that her daughter died of old age.
Yeah,
Yes,
her daughter
he was-
died of old age. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they play that true. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, but the messed up part is when they come back to the ship, they're watching decades of these messages that it's been receiving. So they're watching all this footage, but just in real time. Like Matthew McConaughey's like still like our age. He's not getting older, right? Because he's only been there for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And he's watching these videos, and it gets to a point where his kids are like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. You're not receiving these messages probably. And you just see the kids giving up. And then you see him, they're introducing his grandkids. You're like,
Okay, that's great.
I'm getting
Uh-oh,
goosebumps.
it froze.
Stop talking about it. I don't want to.
Froze.
I don't want to deal with those feelings right now.
Whatever.
I buried this movie in my psyche.
I don't know. Like I said, it didn't impact
it's messed up.
me. It didn't impact me the way it
You're-
impacted you
but
guys.
you're like a cold, unfeeling machine, Jason.
yeah.
I don't know. I've been through a couple things in my lifetime. That movie's like,
I know, and because of that, you're like the thing. Like you're just like a big callus that lives.
yes.
Jason's acting like we're talking about Tenet.
I didn't see.
I know. Yeah, because heat turns into cold when you like put it in reverse time.
Yeah.
And they have to breathe through air tanks because oxygen doesn't work.
Angela says Inception is her favorite. I like The Prestige. That's the one.
Prestige. Yes, Prestige is fantastic.
The best movie he's ever worked on.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Who
I
was
don't
in
even like
that?
Magic, and I like The Prestige.
Was that the Hugh Jackman was in that one?
Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah,
All
some
right.
other
And,
fucked up movies like
what's his
that.
face
Were,
as Tesla. David
Oh.
Bowie.
David Bowie. Yeah.
did you see
Turning off speech
Irreversible?
chat. Oh, okay. Can you hear that?
Did you see Irreversible?
No.
Because what's her name? Monica Bellucci and her husband at the time. Can't remember. Anyway, totally fucked. It goes in 5-minute segments from end to beginning.
Oh, like Memento.
Like Memento. Yeah.
But I think it was before Memento, if I
Okay.
remember correctly. It's a French film. Totally fucked up. At the end will just erects you. And the other one was, did you see Brown Bunny? Chloe Sevigny.
Negative.
That's what Ridley
Oh.
Scott called Sigourney Weaver.
Holy shit! No, that one. The end of that film really hits you, and it's like, oh goddamn! I
I
just
don't
I
want to
saw.
watch these movies that wreck me for
Bancroft's like, stop.
Why,
Right.
dude, that's
Well,
why I
Brown-
watch shit like
He's
One Piece, man.
roaring, and then
Well,
it's like,
No, Brown Bunny. I forgot about it. I remember it back in the day when it first came out because it was controversial because Chloe Sevigny actually gave her boyfriend, who's I can't remember, a blowjob in the film,
Oh,
and they actually showed it.
oh,
But I can't
I wanna
remember
watch
his
it.
name. He's a actor. He's a good actor. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head. But that was the big controversy. But if you actually watch the film, the ending will fucking wreck you. It's just, oh my God. I won't give it away in case anybody. Vincent Gallo. Yes, thank you. That was his name.
all right. Well, I've been
Yeah.
streaming 3 hours. I think it's time to end it. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
go
I gotta
around.
go.
I'm
That's
not gonna
all
go
right.
around. People can stick around after I hit this little button here. So thanks for coming on, everybody. Dude, thanks for everybody for showing up.
See you
This
next
was fun.
Friday, Angela.
No.